If you're up on stereo, feeling all dazed, come to Two Side on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, and smoking, joking with the boo. Oh, yeah, I'm token. Ugh. Okay, that's all I got.
John, I'm the boo. Woo!
John. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Two-Sided Pod. We are here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's right, that's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time if you happen to be across the pond, John. And if you're not across the pond, well, welcome to the party. Welcome to this time zone. Speaking of this side of the pond, Julie Prunes is over here in your neck of the woods.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. She sent me pictures of you sleeping, and I thought that was very odd, but at least she cared enough to visit.
Oh, it's stupid. I can do a lot of things. I'm multi-talented. I'm multi-fiscal. I'm a man about town, and I can even play. You pop that packet, and I'll play it for the YouTubers.
You, sir, you're a degenerate and a lowlife. Your education has failed you. Your forefathers are very upset, and your ancestors will be even more so.
Coming in hot, splattering your face like a Jackson Pollock. It's right here at the Two-Sided Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Coming in Jackson Pollock style.
With a couple fingernails, a lot of paint, mostly splattering. Maybe some semen in there.
John, I dare you to take a sample anywhere around your room and to tell me there's not a residue of semen. Like that looks like something that the CSI would come to practice on. Like, all right, you're going to find 4 fecal samples somewhere in here. You have to identify and place them. John, don't sniff for it. Are you sniffing for it? You're like, that's it. You literally touched your nose, bro. You're going to win this whole thing. You're going to be the next detective. I win!
Cheers to that.
CSI Miami. Brooklyn style.
Yeah!
All right, buddy. Cheers. Bing, bing, bing.
Cheers. Go. Ooh, well, howdy. 1111, make a wish. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I wish you would never say that again. And I'm my boy Pete in Southern California.
And
Still hoping that wish comes true.
You're listening to Two Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
Yeah, John, the me and the you, the right and the wrong, the yes and the no, the give and the take, the push and the pull, the ebb and the flow, the ebb and the flow and the ebb, the flow and the gecko lizard. John, the Barney, the fife, the drum, the bass, the rob bass, no boogie. John, it's hard working a room 1 day a week to one man who shows up, orders the 2-drink minimum, and sits there and heckles us. But I love every minute of it.
I'll have 2 Diet Pepsis. Yeah, I'll take them both now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Thank you. Go on, we're listening. Dance, monkey, dance! It's tough being a stripper. I mean, a road comic.
Oh, a road stripper.
Road stripper. A strip comic.
Yeah. As I always like to do at the beginning, my boy Pete, let's start with a general check-in. How you feeling?
It's been peaks and valleys, bro. Peaks and valleys. But mind over matter. I don't mind because shit don't matter. So I'm just focused on that, and I'm doing the countdown to vacation. So I'm just like, namaste, bitches. It ain't worth fucking catching another assault charge. I don't need to throw another computer through another window. Yeah, but officer, it wasn't my window. So
Not my window, not my problem, right, officer?
yeah, right. Can you prove it's my computer? Also, if you do, could I get it back?
I do need it for work tomorrow.
Yeah. Holy shit, I'm in a lot of trouble if I don't get that back. Officer, thanks for clearing this all up. Also, there's some glass over here. There's a little more over there. Have a great day, officer.
Yeah, could you clean all that up too?
Yeah. Oh, shit. So a little manic. Good. Peaks and valleys, baby. Peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys. So
we gotta have the valleys to know about the peaks, right?
Right. You gotta get up to get down. So yeah, they ask mountain climbers, why do you climb it? We say, because it's there. It's the same thing. Why do you do shots? Because they are there. Well, wait. Hold on. In that correlation, are mountain climbers alcoholics? Wow. That explains all the accidents they have up on Everest, John. Oh, those guys were shithoused.
Well, they're not necessarily alcoholics, but they are addicts. They're definitely addicts.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Same thing. There's a program somewhere that you failed out of, and here you are in the mountain. Yeah, we've all been there, bro. I've heard this story 100 times in group. We're out of coffee, by the way.
The 13th step is straight up.
100%. You make it up there, you get to plant a flag and put your name in the book and shit. It's great.
Yeah.
You get a little ring that says, I'm a climber. I'm gonna change things. I'm gonna win. No, you're not. Fuck you. No, you're not. All right, fair enough.
Yep, good on you. We got one more, and then we'll move past this little check-in of the mania, or mania of the check-in.
Either way, we take them both.
This is the sound of one hand clapping.
I love it because that was the dinging sound. Apparently, the one hand clapping is a door opening a car.
Like, but with booze.
I can't stop eating chocolate that's not chocolate, but also alcoholic.
I like chocolate when I'm drinking.
I'll have a pineapple mango juice. Hold the pineapple and replace the mango with vodka. Yeah, all fruit. I'm just substituting.
Yeah.
I needed I need it to come out like that on the bill, so it says that first off. Pineapple mango. That's what I'm gonna put on the fucking expense report.
Right, right. Well, speaking of the expense report, it's time for our first lightning round.
Oh, it's trash can time with John and Pete. That's right, folks, where John throws a trash can of truth down the stairs of justice, and my boy Pete sorts out the garbage at the bottom of the stairs. Folks, let's get to the nitty gritty and let John begin, shall we?
Anyone who's anyone knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
Never talk to the pigs, John. I don't speak pig Latin. Little Wayne, I'm ready.
My boy Pete, who's your favorite poet?
Lil Wayne.
Good answer. All right, my boy Pete, second question. What's your favorite poem?
You know, the one that well, we can't really talk about it, sing it on the whole thing is copyright infringement. John, where you don't want to get what is the I can hear it, I can't think of it.
I do like you nodding your head.
I can hear it in my head. I don't know, John. It's a Mona. What's the one you're killing me? What is the what's the one I'm thinking about? Doesn't matter. Moving on, John. We'll come back to it.
So my boy Pete, next question. What is poetry like? How does it differ from fiction?
It's just how does it differ from fiction?
Huh?
I don't say that it has to. I say that in the Venn diagram of literature, there's overlapping segments and there's portions that are not.
Can you give us some portions that are not? Which would be the differ?
They differ from fiction because they're based on true events. They're based on people's real life. Truth is stranger than fiction, John.
That's true. Well, you're saying all poetry is based on real life?
No. I said the Venn diagram is some is and some isn't. You said, how does it differ? I'm like, some of it is. Fiction isn't. That's how it is. You're asking for simple questions. I'm a simple man giving you simple answers, John. Emily Dickinson. Do you want me to say that? What is the fucking right answer? What are you searching for? John? Road diverged in the wood, and I took the one that fucked right off this conversation. No. Okay.
Well, that made all the difference.
Right? That, my friend, made all the difference.
All right. Well, let's keep it simple then. My boy Pete, can you give us a 575 haiku right now?
John. Let's keep it simple. You can't begin, John, to know what the things you do make me want to kill.
There you go. That's pretty simple. Yeah, it's a haiku, baby.
Right. And you can get that and other such great hits from our coffee table book, The Two-Sided Haiku and Other Such Nonsense, brought to you by all your local book purveyors where books are sold.
So Amazon?
No, we don't fuck with those guys.
I don't think there are any local book purveyors anymore.
Well, John, if you get out there and you fucking find them, that's where we go. We're at cheesemongers. We're at book purveyors. If you go to any a cobbler, anytime that anyone who can fix a heel on a boot or a shoe a horse, if you go to a blacksmith, we're also huge in the blacksmith community.
Haberdasheries?
Oh, John, crazy like a hatter. Mad like a fox.
We made a hat. where there never was a hat, my boy Pete.
John, would you say it's a podcast on a podcast?
Yeah. Ever spite your face? Ever drink poison and smile? I have. Yeah, it's fun. There's my 575 for you.
Jesus. Oh, man. You sad man.
I like it.
I like it, yeah. A lot of people do, John. You're going to be on a list somewhere. I'm going to have to report that ass. You're growing a beard out, writing haikus like that? Folks, watch him.
I'm going to blow up someday.
In one way or another. Especially if you keep swallowing those pennies, John. You're going to get struck by lightning.
Well, speaking of struck by lightning, that's the end of our lightning round, and let's do a shot and get into our first segment.
All right, buddy. That sounds like a above average plan. I can't fault you for it at this moment. I will poke holes in it later when we go watch the tape, but until then, let's do a shot.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Bing, bing.
Ow. Because we're going to talk about Poetry Month.
We're going to be what?
We're talking about Poetry Month. We're coming up at the end of it, but the month of April is National Poetry Month.
Nice, baby. Nice. That's right, folks. He's about to blow up.
That was the sound of one of my hands clapping.
Look at my hands, officer. Look at my hands.
So each year, the month of April is set aside as National Poetry Month, a time to celebrate poets and their craft. Various events are held throughout the month by the Academy of American Poets and other poetry organizations.
They are the worst at marketing, John. I had no idea. I've seen no events. I frequent parks quite often. I take naps in parks quite often. Oh, there's a nice park. Yeah, John. I think they do poor marketing. I think I was at the library. Come on. No, there's nothing. I think you're lying. I think you're making this up.
I'm not. I mean, no, other people made it up. Actually, it was made up in April of 1996 by the Academy of American Poets. And it is a special occasion that celebrates the integral role of poetry and poets in our culture, and that poetry matters, that it makes a difference.
That's true. It does. So I'm with that. And I like that someone created a website, but I think it's all a farce until I see merch, something from like the 2025 or the 2024 big poetry month tote bags, or like something, and not from NPR, John, not a fundraiser from NPR. It's fucking pledge week, and I know how fucking, because that's NPR, John. I want to see poetry shit. Otherwise, it's all just smoke and mirrors. It's a haiku meant for nothing. It's a month of fury filled with passion and stanza and iambic pentameter.
Signifying nothing.
Forged in a lie. Created from nothing. They said, oh, we're so steeped in blood, we might as well continue with this fucking lie. And they're like Macbeth, right? And like poetry. And that's how it all began, John. I've seen it 100 times.
I've seen it 100,000 times. All right. I got something for you, baby. I mean, eventually. Nope.
Well,
nope. All right. I guess that's what we get. That's what you guys get.
Here's the deal, John. The only way to make it up to us is if everyone DMs John right now with your mailing address. He's actually going to order the tote bags that he's looking at right now for everyone. Everyone gets a $12 poetry month, 2025. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no.
There we go.
That's Gotta make it bigger, bud.
All right. This is the official poster for this year's National Poetry Month. I'm just going to focus. So the words at the top. Can you read the words at the top for those who can't see them?
This is the world I want to live in. A shared world.
It's the shared
all right,
world.
and around.
That's all right.
No, it's a shared world. I don't want the. No, the shared world is one that I don't like. That world. I want a shared world. Is there like an assortment we can choose from? I want something with less gravity. Fucking more Autobahn. So the picture is Alice's tea party, and Alice is there, but there's also like the gnome and the witch from Wicked, and the little. That's where the wild things are, and that's. I don't know what the rest of them are. That's a dancing ghost. It's a troll playing a banjo. That is someone I might be related to.
Playing a banjo.
Yeah. Or the bass. I don't know, John. You know who those other ones are? Do you know are you up on the children's poetry? Wait. It's all poetry. Okay, so it's not books, because Alice in Wonderland technically is like, wouldn't it? Is it a poem? Through the Looking Glass, isn't?
It's creatures of our imagination all coming together in one table called poetry.
I don't like that. No, stay in your lane. I want to see Sylvia Plath. I want to see Frost. I want to see Hemingway.
Uh-huh.
I want to see Oliver North.
How about some Oliver Twist?
I mean, he can come too, but I want Oliver North from the Contra Crisis Affair. John, I think he did some great work in his later years, and we need to respect his true passion. People can change, but Oliver Twist too.
All great poets and or actual people.
It's fine. It's totally fine. They can be other things. It's a Venn diagram, John. Once again, sometimes based off of real life.
So it is the largest literary celebration in the world. Tens of millions of readers, students, K through 12 teachers, librarians, booksellers, literary events, curators, publishers, families, and of course poets, making poetry an important place and showing its importance in our lives.
The after parties are fucking wild, John. Yeah. You go down to the Holiday Inn Express, fucking books are everywhere, fucking bookmarks, like, holy shit, what happened? People had like 2, 3 White Claws. It's insane.
What flavors?
It was Dickens, a lot of Dickens. And Shikawa, the old haiku master, John.
So, inspired by the highly successful celebration of Black History Month in February and Women's History Month in March, the Academy.
Why they got to take everything? Fucking poets are taking everything.
They're out to
women. First, Black History Month finally gets a little footing. We get Juneteenth, and all of a sudden the poets want to fucking bite on that. Man, that's some bullshit. Leave it to a poet. Leave it to a poet to ruin something that we fucking enjoyed a couple months earlier. Some bullshit, John.
Well, why April? Not to jump on the toes of those months that inspired, but it was coordinated with poets, booksellers, librarians, and teachers with the Academy of American Poets, because April could be the highest level of participation in this celebration?
Because it's fools, all fools. I don't know, John. That's all right. Because it works best for everyone's schedule. It's like, all right, all you poets, you're like in between classes, or like not doing any tantric retreats at the moment, and you're in between house sitting gigs, so you guys all can get together for the month, fucking read some poetry at a park. It's awesome.
And for the students, the semester's winding down, but it's still happening. So people are still in school, those who go to school, and it's starting to wind down. So the teachers have less material to work with. They're like, we can just fill it up with some poetry.
All right, fair enough. I like that. Dial it in, teachers. Without a vision, a people will perish, John. But dial it in, teachers. Give them a little poetry. What about STEM, John? What about the things that are going to get us through the world?
You mean STEAM? You got to have the A in there for STEAM. Arts.
I don't believe in A.
You're not very Canadian, are you?
A killed my uncle. We have ways of making you pronounce your A's. What's this all about? You will use your A's when we talk to you.
What would you think? There's a small list that they put out of goals of National Poetry Month.
First off, do no harm. That's rule number one of any poet. Rule number two, if this is your first poetry month, you will haiku.
That was pretty good.
Fair enough. Close enough for jazz, baby. Let him play. Fair ball. Number three, or four. Depends on if you're counting or counting well. If you are haiku, you will talk about Poets Week. If you see someone, say something to them about Poets Week. See someone, say something. That's our marketing campaign, John. That's why it didn't work very well, because all the people out here are like, man, that's a dumb idea. There's no posters or anything. That's some bullshit.
That was actually 2016. That was just the poster. Just if you see someone say something and they're like, yeah, it wasn't very good.
Right. It was then when they didn't work out, they put them all over the subways.
They're just left over.
Yeah. It was actually from Poets Week, but now we're fighting homeland terrorism. So 6 of one, fighting terrorism with the other.
So we're back to Poets Month anyway. Highlight the extraordinary legacy and ongoing achievements of poets. Encourage the reading of poems.
I'll give you 10 days. I'll give you 10 days. You get poets 10 days. So I don't think a full month.
You're going a little more than a week.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it in. You get 2 weekends, but wrap it up. You know what I mean? Wrap it up. We got shit to do around here.
Can it be over April 20th?
Well, I think it would have to be. I mean, that's an important day.
Yeah.
That's when the artists do their best work, man. That's when you can really appreciate all that art has given us, It's very groovy, man.
NaPoWriMo.
Yeah, NaPoWriMo! Expelliarmus! NaPoWriMous! John, is that putting a rhino to sleep? NaPoWriMo! We're being charged. No. We're being charged by a rhino in the outback. Do they have rhinos in the outback? Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
John, what do we do?
NaPoWriMo.
There you go. Down he goes. Brilliant.
NaPoWriMo, or National Poetry Writing Month. It's a project where you write a poem a day for the month of April.
Oh, he's one of those NaPoWriMos. Is that like a Nepo baby? No, even worse. He writes a poem a day for a month. And then guess what? He wants to read them to you. Holy shit.
Would it be worse if I called you up every single day and read you the one poem, or if on May 1st I call you and read all 30 poems in a row?
Hey folks, guess what our next show is? Oh, you son of a bitch. The only way that could be worse is if you spent that time as you read showing me a slideshow of your family vacation as you read through. Like, and these are my baby pictures. Holy shit. Did I die? Is this hell? I feel like this is hell.
And heaven, I'm in heaven is playing in the background on like a scratchy record. So it's just those words over and over again.
Well, might as well keep on poking myself in the eye with this hot rod. Nothing else to do. All right.
He doesn't do it because it's painful and he's being tortured. He does it because he's bored.
I'm telling you, ADHD, that's the real hell, folks. And that is a public service announcement. We're getting really deep on these public service announcements.
So NaPoWriMo falls off the tongue. There it goes.
He's going into AFib. Give him 2 cc's at NaPoWriMo. All right, sir, should we do it anally or rectally? That's the same thing, doctor. I know, I just like to say it 2 different ways. All right. Administer.
Let's try both ways.
Both of you at the same time. Holy shit.
Maureen Thorson, a poet living in Washington, started writing a poem a day for the month of April back in 2003. And after a few years, so many people were doing NaPoWriMo that Maureen decided to launch an independent website for the project.
All right. Maureen now is embezzling funds through NaPoWriMo. She's running a whole money laundering scheme through the whole organization, John. Isn't that right? Is that where the next part of this goes?
Well, it is interesting because in the FAQ page, she says, where is it?
Don't ask me how I get my money.
Well, all right, well, that's in the about. That's not in the FAQ. That's in the about.
Frequently asked questions. Where does this bitch get off creating a website to make us write poetry? I'm not in school any longer, and I don't like to be told what to do. No. Literacy is a choice, and I choose no. All right, John. For penance, I'm going to have to write 2 poems tomorrow and send them to you. I'm sorry. I'm just a little irate that we didn't advertise it here. I feel like our whole city planning is just failing, John. I'm going to have to go to the city council and raise some hell and let them know what Poetry Week's all about. I'm actually going to play this whole episode. John, it's going to be great.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to put it on fast forward because I only get 2 minutes at the podium, but I'm going to see how long it takes to do the entire show or this segment, 2 minutes. And I'm going to really tug on some heartstrings, I think. Yeah. We're going to make a difference.
All right. Well, she says you don't have to even submit your name. So that I can't find it.
Right. That's how she takes your stuff. She publishes her in her own book in a different language in a foreign country.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't get any of your personal information. She doesn't. You don't even have to submit your name. You can if you want. But it's not an embezzling website. She swears. Twice she does that. I don't know why.
Methinks she doth protest too much, John.
So you know who else is really involved and digs the Poetry Month? The New York Public Library. It's gotten on board. Had events all month long.
Library. Yeah. Did you go to any? Did you read any books? Yeah.
Well, I looked at some poems. I didn't really read books.
Did you steal anything?
I can neither confirm nor deny the allegations you set forth against me.
Perfect. Fuck you, Dewey Decimal. I'm taking these cards because they're mine now.
The thing I did go to that I may or may not have stolen something from is the library treasures. The Polinsky exhibition of the New York Public Library's treasures showcases extraordinary items from the 56 million poetry items in their collection.
Are they just pieces of paper with poems on them, or are they like, this is the old boot that fucking that poem was about? Here's that. Remember those roads in the wood?
Yeah.
Here's a picture of the real roads. Crazy Town.
Well, so it has Gwendolyn Brooks' The Sermon in the Warpland, a draft of Sonnet 33 by Julia Alvarez. So yeah, that's a piece of paper with a scribbled handwritten ABC de Puerto Rico, Diwan, the collection of Diwan. That's a collection of the poems, and a whole lot more. Okay. And you can actually explore it online. So if you go to the New York Public Library's website, the entire exhibition is also online. So you don't have to be in New York to go there.
Oh, nice. You know how much I love exhibitionism.
It's true. They also, because Poetry Month was originally inspired, one, by poetry, but also by the success of Black History Month.
But my months as well. It was not so much poetry, but the availability of months. And we thought the two never looked better together.
So the New York Public Library also, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the Schoenberg Center for Research in Black Culture. And so they did an exploration of Gwendolyn Brooks, County Cullen, Langston Hughes, and James Weldon Johnson. And the last is tomorrow, Wednesday, April 30th at 5 p.m. at the Harlem Library, celebrating Langston Hughes, a writing workshop.
Oh, nice. Nice. Are you going to go to that?
I have to work. I'm going to try to go to some of it, but I might not be able to stay for all of it.
That's the only one that I would actually like to go. Langston Hughes, we had to do a lot of stuff in college about. Amazing writer.
Fantastic. He created the Harlem Renaissance. He made Harlem what it is today because he called Black artists from all over the country to come and show that their art is naturally as good, if not many times better, than white art, because they were still being negated at that time. And he was the major voice of that and really created a movement.
That's awesome. Yeah, you should definitely try to go to that.
Yeah.
And not because it's a poetry month, but because it's that specific event. I don't believe in the cause. I just believe in the specific event.
In the Hughes.
Yeah. Not the war, just the battle.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's a little bit of Poetry Month for y'all.
Right on. Well, we all learn about things we don't want to learn about every week. Hey, I remember why I didn't like poetry. That's right. Fair enough.
Ever spite your face, drink poison and smile? I have. Yeah. It's fun.
Is that from something? Are you trying to work on it? Is that your new pocket go-to? Look at me, I'm a hipster.
It's my I might have written another one, but that's the one that just sticks in my head. Like I can't forget it for some weird reason.
There you go, bud. Well, everyone, if you're Catholic, light a candle for John and the new Pope tonight. Say a prayer and hope for the best for both.
Uh-huh.
Maybe John will be the new Holy Father. That'll be great. Two birds. One papacy. John, if you were Pope, what name would you take?
John Paul VII. I think there's only 4, but screw 5, 6.
Go John Paul the Best.
Wait. If we were 2 different popes and you were after me and I was the 7th, you'd just be like, I'm gonna go best.
No, even no. At any point, I'd pick one they've had like 5 or 6 of, and just be like, I'm the best, just the best. So like, go ahead, try to go 7 or 8, 8, 9, 10, doesn't matter. What about the best? Yeah, that motherfucker right in the middle, nailed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, shoot, I'll drink to that.
All right, well, I don't know if I will, but I think I'm gonna. Sure, why not? Okay. There, it was easy to talk myself into. Slowly but surely we slip down the path of inequity. All right, Jim. Giddy up, bing bing.
Okay. Because that's going to lead straight to our next.
Trash can time! That's right, folks. It's when John takes out the big old garbage can of facts and throws them down the stairs of truth, and my boy Pete answers at will. Folks, let's let John get started, shall we?
Well, this segment, lightning round segment, is one of your favorites and mine. That's right, it's Negative Nelly.
Lil Vatican. I'd insist on getting a grill.
What would the grill say?
Yeah.
Talks with God.
Peace, hoes.
Thank you, Lil Vatican. No. Also, previous name was Mona Lisa, but all hail Lil Vatican.
All right, fair enough, John. All hail Lil Vatican. Oh. There's black smoke. Look, there's white smoke coming from the shed. Oh, that's just Little Vatican getting ready for the ceremony.
I'll create a little white smoke for that.
And that is how people should get elected. You all go into the back room, you smoke, and the last one standing gets to be Pope. Turns out he saw God, so therefore he wins. Or she.
Or
they.
My boy Pete. So for those who don't know, Negative Nelly is when my boy Pete becomes a little Negative Nelly. And I talk with Negative Nelly just a little bit.
It's bullshit. Negative. Never negative. I'm pretty much the most positive motherfucker you're ever going to meet, John. But in this game, I'm going to turn it all around. I'm going to be a negative Nelly, as John likes to call it.
Negative Nelly, my boy Pete. How do you feel about just having our 4th anniversary on this podcast?
Well, I guess we're almost past the point where we die from SIDS, but now there's the whole thing of growing up that gets even harder to deal with.
I forgot how good he is at this. Negative Nelly, my boy Pete. How did you celebrate National Poetry Month this past April?
Well, I didn't know there was any poetry, so I just wrote horrible things in my journal that happened to rhyme. Coincidence? I guess. Poetic? It seems to be.
It's actually being published next month. Negative Nelly's collected poems. It's already on the bestseller list.
Fuck yeah, dude. Coffee table books everywhere.
Negative, Nelly, my boy Pete. What is your favorite part of the movie Forrest Gump?
I'll be honest, John. The whole thing was a little shallow, pedantic. Took a little too many liberties. The best part, when it was over.
Now, some people consider that the greatest movie of the 90s.
Some people didn't experience 90s like the real 90s as they were occurring, John. They'll never understand. Wah, wah.
I got to get out of here, but I really got to ask before I go. Negative Nelly, my boy Pete, what do you think is in store for Two-Sided in the next 4 years?
Well, if they make it 3, it'll be a miracle.
All right. Yay. Now I realize why I don't do that one very often. Okay, that was our lightning round.
Every time you do it, you realize, every time you're like, okay, I realize I need to not ask questions specifically about specific things. It needs to be about just general topics of like, here's the headline, here's the headline. You found the way to do it, and you've strayed from that path. John, we try our best. We fail many a times, and that is what the two sides are about. The failing and the failing.
The two sides of failing.
That's right, folks. If you fall off that horse, that's right. Learn to love horse meat.
Huh?
It's a delicacy and stuff. No, you have to cook the horse, John.
Oh.
No horse will throw me from their back again. I will make a meal of them and feed them to the other horses. They will learn. They will all learn.
Did you falling off the horse kill the horse?
No. I had to kill the horse just to save face. That's what they do in the tribe.
Okay. Shoot, I don't even know where we are. Let's go to the short, huh? How about that?
I love it when you get flustered, John. This is right where it starts to get fun, you guys. Where John starts losing his shit, I start giving less than a shit. Woo! Hey man, I'll see y'all at the end of this show. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna black out a couple times. We call it time traveling. Woo!
The whirlwind. We all love the whirlwind, don't we?
Let's get going.
Oh, speaking of get going, we got one on the docket. So let's play that one. That'll be the last before we get into the green room. But it's one of our favorite people. Pop that packet there, Pete.
Pop the packet. Yes, John, pop the
Packet. Yes, John, pop the packet.
Holy shit. Talk about Negative Nelly. I've never heard such a podcast as negative as this one. First of all, the only reason I joined this is because I saw Peacock in John's name. That's my bad. But the other thing is, my boy Pete, lighten up, okay? Listen, I'm a parent. I've had multiple colored feathers, and nothing makes me more faster than hearing your depressed ass talk. You've got a lot of life to live, brother. So just lighten up. It's your 4th anniversary. For Christ's sake!
Woo! Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My man. I can lose. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, John. The voices. He does such good voices.
Yeah, he does.
Such great voices.
He does.
And he came in at the wrong point where we were negative. Yeah, I believe we'll do this show till probably one of us dies, and then by then we'll have AI. And I saw Black Mirror. You can send in audio clips and get a co-host doing the shit we do in a heartbeat. Someone angry, just feed him off. Yeah, John, You can replace me in a heartbeat. I can replace you in a heartbeat. It'll be great. So go on for forever. We have to sign something in perpetuity.
Mhm.
Then we can get Tupac's hologram to come on. We can get John. It's going to be great. Bringing back all the goodies, all the greats.
Bring in a painting of Dumbledore. It'll be fantastic.
I don't know why not. I mean, shit. By that point, we should have the budget, John. The embezzlement. I mean, the merch site will be up and running, right? So I don't see why not. Just we should be living our best lives by then. You should be living in an RV.
That's it.
Yeah, man, living the dream, bud.
If we could get Bruce Willis, that would be best. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he's going to be going for cheap here. Do you see the movies he's making right now? The things his rights have been sold to that are coming out. Pretty good, pretty rough.
Yeah,
it's like Nicolas Cage direct to DVD quality stuff. So we got to wait like another year or two when it sinks a little lower, and then we can get him at just rock bottom price, like at a steal, bro.
Or we could just steal them.
That's intellectual property theft, John. That's white collar shit. I ain't going to Fed.
Where you play backgammon and what's the thing? Badminton every day. There's no fence.
You kiss the guards goodnight.
They tuck you in, read you a little story.
Hey, you're lucky you got here when you did. It's guard prisoner dance night next week, and we know a special somebody who doesn't have a partner. Isn't that right, Officer Smith? Aw, shucks. I would be honored if you'd go and dancing with me. John, it's a beautiful system. You got to rehabilitate the rehabilitators, John. You got to requalify the requalifiers, and you got to got to react reactively, John. Here's the deal, bud. When someone says jump, you say, how high do you think I am right now? And you move on with the conversation, because that's a silly ass conversation to have with a stranger.
So anyway, we're going to do the short story. Like with Pete, tell them what it's all about.
You know what? It's all about that. It's all about that game. What game, you ask? Well, here's the game. The game starts when John sets a clock for 5 minutes. In those 5 minutes, John will read a single source topic from a single source topic giver, after which we will discuss that topic from that single source for 5 minutes, making points, counterpoints, observations. Analytical discussions will ensue. Observations will then be reevaluated, and in the end, we will all be dumber from having listened.
Yeah. You ready for the headline?
I think so, John.
We don't do this very often, but I felt there was more to talk about. With research explores a proposed legislation of polygamy in Australia. Part 2.
Jesus Christ, John. Okay. John's trying to. So, if one man had 3 penises grown from his feet, and the heads right? No.
This is what we got hung up on before. Right. Yeah. So there are 2 figures.
Are they head penises or are they feet penises?
Connections.
I'm looking.
Each line is a connection.
Yo, I'm aware, but they're.
So figure 1 is what many people think of with polygamy. One person married to 2, 3 plus people, right?
Penis feet, yes.
Right, penis feet. Figure 2 has the opportunity of multiple marriages among the same group of people, where in this case specifically, it's the four of them are all married to each other and each other's.
Right. So penises around to each person, and then a butthole in the middle, like the big Sorlax pit from
Or
Return of the Jedi.
that's a big butthole. No, nope. Do not derail. Michael Abanov, a PhD candidate at the University of Adelaide School of Humanities.
Looks like one to me. Sorry.
It's an X. It's an X. Says that polygamy has been documented throughout history around the world, including in Australia. Polygamy, quote, polygamy has demonstrated throughout Australia's history among certain Indigenous Australian communities and certain Muslim migrants, he explains. The normalization of monogamy across the parts of the world that have been influenced by labor, class, religion, particularly Christianity, and the inheritance and transfer of property.
Yeah, there's that. But I bet, John, if you just say, if there's a Sarlacc that actually exists in the world, I mean, it won't be a weird monster. It'll just be like a giant butthole, probably. If it exists, it's just something giant. And if it did, it would probably be in Australia. I'm saying, and that's where it comes from, and that's where we get those. So yeah, a separation of church and state doesn't apply to the family dynamic.
Right.
So if you get to be a family, but then what is a family, John? Family, you know, yeah, I'm with you. It's like, I know, because we talked about it. You went through the whole dynamic thing, right? And I was thinking about this. That's but I'm with you, but where does it end, right? All right, well, it works with this way and this way. All right, well, we want to add one more person in, and with one more. Well, why not? Because this works, but why not? And they're like, all right, but then we also, and in addition, we've now bought a farm. Your Honor, I don't want to give anything away, but I think you see where this is going. We're going to bring some livestock into the family because we realize that everything then would be write-offs. There are all of our children that we have moving forward with the I don't know, John.
Well, yeah, let's not get too much into that, because when the same-sex marriage laws were starting to be federally recognized, there was a senator who said, well, you know, they're saying because it's about love. I love my horse. Does that mean I can marry my horse with these new laws? No, it's a horrible thing to do, to associate love
Right.
Between two people with bestiality.
Right. No, I'm saying, but at the same time, if you just add more people to all right, the figure A1 doesn't work, but figure 2 does, that gets approved. If they don't both get approved, you said figure 2 is what they're leaning towards approving. Okay, so they approve this. And then they say, well, we have more people that we want to get into and then can your circle, your square intersect with another square? Can you be the pinpoint of another circle, square?
What happens here is, with the research, it's the first of its kind to analyze the history of polygamy and the potential for legalization. It says that Model 2 is more possible for legalization because it would maintain marriage as union between two individuals while allowing a person to enter multiple legal marriages.
And folks, that's all the time we have today for learning about tolerance with the polygamists of Australia. John?
We'd like to thank you for coming down under. You're always welcome here. Bring your wife, mate. Good, eh? How you going?
So yeah, so that's part 2, and maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out.
No, bud. You found the dead horse. You found the dingo. Dingoes took your baby, and you keep on beating that like a polygamist in the night. like a polygamist in the night. Dur, 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 like a polygamist in the night.
Oh, that one. Oh, right. Yeah. Who sang that?
I believe Night Ranger. Night Ranger, just fucking huge hit in the 80s, 90s. I don't
In
know.
Australia.
It was big.
G'day. Rock from down under. Fucking polygamist in the night. All the stuff from Akadaka. All that stuff, John.
Uh-huh. So let's have a shot and get into our final segment. What do you think?
I think we can do that. I think there's time and place for everything. There's a place and time for most things, John. When we find those times and places where those two do meet, John, oh, what a time we will have. But until then, John, my friend, John, until then, let's just do a shot.
Okay.
Cheers, my friend. Bing, bing, bing.
Gal, you're welcome for listening. So this is a fun one. When we first talked about polygamy in or polyamory in the UK, which was the same 2 weeks ago when that short first started, that was the very first time we had gone from a listener's suggestion for a segment. The second segment we did that episode created a new suggestion for a segment, a part 2 of that one. And so I see the ball rolling, and I want to encourage people, if you want to have a topic for us to talk about, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com.
And honestly, you guys, please be gentle, or you can send it in the DMs. You can honestly, probably not in the comments because John doesn't look at them, and I don't have the ability.
Well, and send them to me if you send them in the DMs, because Pete shouldn't know about them.
I should know about everything. Here's the deal. I have power of attorney. I can pull John's plug at any point. Sir, he's not on life support. It doesn't matter. I'd like to put him down. They keep on telling me no, John. One of these days. Pull
the plug.
If I can get married into your family unit somehow with your partner, and she can be mine, and like if there's a, but that's the, yeah, no.
That's unit 2. That's figure 2.
No, that's fucking horrible. Just the idea of that is like, fuck me. Is this hell? Am I in hell? It feels like hell.
Heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven.
Might as well keep on stabbing myself in the eye with this fucking hot pick.
He's not being punished. He's just bored.
Woo! Oh, continue, my friend.
Do you remember what the second segment of that day was? With polyamory in the UK was the main first one. The short was Australia,
and then it was werewolves and how they are procreating in North America, and we need to be on the lookout. Is that the one? Nope. You guys, if you haven't heard that segment, go back and also burn down all your silver, melt it down, and be prepared. More to come.
Taxes.
Boo, boo, boo.
The viewer who wrote in said, I'd like you to look at a specific kind of tax. And so this is not the general swath of tax throughout history, like part 1 was, but tax is part 2, the poll tax.
John, this is one of the reasons why the track and field whole system is broken, because if you look at it across the board, anyone who's running, right? You look at a discus, a shot put, and across the board, except, John, high jumpers, long jumpers, the triple jump, all that exempt. Guess who, John? The pole vaulter. He gets fucked. They say no one wants that big ass thing being lugged around, knocking people over Three Stooges style on the way to a goddamn Olympic sport. There's a tax on that shit. We need a whole team and a fucking Benny Hill soundtrack to play in case hilarity ensues. John, there's a tax on that, and it will be paid in full before you leave the ground at these games, my friend. That is a poll tax.
What if I told you it's pole without an E?
Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about, John. Up in the Klondike, John. Polecats. Savage beasts. Right? Here's the deal. All winter, you can survive. You can thrive hunting rabbits, bears, fighting for your life. No taxes on any of the skins you bring of any animal. Except, guess what, John? Polecat. And I'm pretty sure we don't use E's up at the Klondike. So, therefore, it's a POL tax. Every time you sell a skin, they say you shouldn't be doing that. They're aggressive, but that's what we're about out here. Leave them alone, or you'll pay the tax, the poll tax. Final answer, poll tax.
Klondike's an actual place? I thought it was just a bar.
What would Jesus do for a Klondike bar, John? Well, I'd raise from the grave and move a stone.
Okay. So the poll, P-O-L-L, tax, in English history is a tax of a uniform amount levied on each individual or head. And so most famous was levied in 1380 and caused the Peasants' Revolt of 1381, led by Wat, W-A-T, Tyler. I like that guy, Wat Tyler.
The others they're tired of living this way. We're all making a break for it. We're not paying these fucking poll taxes anymore. It's crazy. It's fucking 1300s. We're all poor as shit. Let's revolt. Oh! John, did you see the documentary?
What was the title?
Polecats Unite, the Wyatt Earp story.
Did you say polecat?
I didn't know. I think you did.
Poll tax. Are you?
That's what I said. I said, no, are you not hearing me?
Say it again.
Poll tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm not having a stroke. You're having a stroke.
So with the United States, which they had a version of the poll tax since the 1600s. So that's even before they were the United States. They're associated with agrarian unrest of the 1880s and 90s, which culminated in the rise of the Populist Party in the West and the South.
Right, but you know what they say, the people in the 1880s and 1890s, those fuckers were always unhappy, John.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to be happy about. So they were pretty much a miserable fucking lot. They were just grumpy. I smell like shit. It's dirty as fuck. Only make fucking pennies around here and they fucking charge me shit. And all the squirrel meat's half rotten. This is bullshit. John, it's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. But luckily we live I don't know if you knew this, but I was a pretty horrible historical reenactor for quite some time.
How long?
Every time I go to a historical landmark, a little drunk, until from the point I enter until the time the docents ask me to leave. I'm pretty aggressive at pointing out the historical sites. And over here, you'll see it just bullshit and nothingness. It's great. I have a good time, and I think we all learn something
You know, I
that
think we
you
could set up.
that you definitely should tip after the show, not before. Once I start the tour, because once I run off, you're not getting that money back.
That's a weird thing to know. But you know, that's a pretty good idea. I think we could start a new podcast with it, where you're drunk and telling history. What do you think?
John, I think that's a thing that's already being done, and I don't think they need more of it. I think there's too much alcoholism and history out there already. We don't need to propagate more of it in the world. John, it's not a time to have a baby or a podcast about drunk history.
You're right. You're completely right. Let's talk about the history of the poll tax. Do you want another shot? Anyway,
Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Bro, what are you doing with your life and taking me with you? I feel like in this analogy, I'm Rose on the door, and you're Jack in the water. You're just climbing on. You're killing us both.
wait, you're Rose Kennedy, and I'm Jack Kennedy, also known as JFK, and I'm killing us both by knocking down the door and giving you a lobotomy.
I think you heard what I said, John. That's exactly what I said.
A little part of history.
Little pink hat.
So anyway, the Populace, a low-income farmers party of the South in the 1880s, gave the Democrats in those areas the only serious competition they had ever experienced since the end of Reconstruction. The intensity of the competition led to both parties bringing Black voters back into politics to compete for their vote. That defeated the Populace. And once that happened, the Democrats were like, let's amend their state constitution or draft new ones to include various disenfranchising devices. The payment of the poll tax was made as a prerequisite to vote, and impoverished Black voters, often also poor whites, were unable to afford the tax and then were denied their civil right to vote.
Oof. Man, John, it's like every time I stop and actually listen to you, I get a little more sad about what I learn. I these are things I know. It's like, hear me out, right?
Okay.
I look at our history, our country, everything. It's like, yeah, it's like your family, right? You know your family, my personal family. I know the ins and the outs, and the good, the bad, the ugly, all the bad dirt, all the shit that we came from, and all the shit that went on, and like everything worked out, and here we are, and look at us now, right? It's hard to have to go back and yeah, man, no, I acknowledge everything, and I remember, and I learned about it, and you need to talk about it, right? You need to know about it, but at the same time, it's one of those things that's difficult. It's like a fucking Jesus, John, man, you pissed in my cornflakes again. Like, you just fucking rained on my parade. You fucking salted my game. The whole boo, John. I get it. The disenfranchisement that we have done. Our family did bad things. We are. John. Poll taxes, yeah, because that gets me going on. Like, then we start talking about how it's now still legal to gerrymander, and how this goes, and how you get your districts, and how you're now fucking your districts over in specific ways, and you're giving money in specific ways, and you're leaving them else. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. You were saying poll taxes. It doesn't matter, John. I don't pay shit. I refuse. I have a poll cat with me. Every time I go vote, I have 2 poll cats. I say, get them, boys, and let me vote. Arr, fuck yeah. Poll cats, poll tax, poll no thank you.
That's right.
Registered voter here with 2 aggressive felines ready to fucking vote.
So Virginia was one of the first to bring poll tax. It dates back to the General Assembly of 1619 in Jamestown into what we now know as the United States. Obviously they were England at that point, the colonies.
One of the better massacres, John. If you look back at the history, that was Jonestown. Sorry, Jamestown. Jamestown, not as good. I think there was maybe
Roanoke. Roanoke? I think with Virginia, I think you were thinking Roanoke.
No. I was not. I was definitely thinking Jamestown when you said Jonestown. I was like, oh, that's a thing. It's not a thing. Didn't even know we were in Virginia, John. Not even paying attention to where we're at. John, I'm putting pieces together. The synapses are firing aggressively and fast, but not connecting a lot, John. We're swinging for the fences, but we're barely connecting. Try to keep up. Watch me for the changes. We're going to start in E flat. John, take it away.
1619, Virginia, Jamestown, not Jonestown. First bringing poll tax, and then with the Constitution of 1902, they made it a prerequisite.
More poll taxes, less Kool-Aid than Jonestown.
Many more and many less. Kool-Aid wasn't really invented in 1619. That's all right. We'll move on.
You can have green flavored poison, John. That's exactly what Kool-Aid is. Come on, buddy. Bear with me. Kool-Aid wasn't invented.
I'll smile.
It's a suspension of disbelief, my friend. I'm trying to bridge the gap between me and the reader. That's what literature does, bud. I'm a poet at heart.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. Busting in right when we needed him.
So Virginia, continuing with that, in 1902, they created a new constitution enabling laws enacted in 1904 that effectively denied suffrage to most of the state's African-American men and about half of the white men who had voted before it was proclaimed in force. So they had to pay $1.50 in order to actually vote. Write that. Not that they had to be up to date on their taxes. It was straight up, you're at the polls. Give us money.
Seems fair. To pay to play system, John.
Yep.
These days you could be getting money to go vote if you're in the right state. So, you break even.
This continued on for a bit. More states bringing them in, and then November of 1963, Evelyn Thomas Butts, that's with 2 T's.
2 big old T's. God damn, you can see her coming from a mile away. Look at her. She looks like she's like a Volkswagen with the doors wide open. God damn, girl. I could put 2 drinks on both your cheeks. That's what I'm talking about. God damn.
So
sorry, Evelyn. Miss Butts, if you're nasty.
Miss Butts, a civil rights activist from Norfolk, filed suit in federal court to have the poll tax declared unconstitutional as an undue financial burden on the franchise that violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment.
Sir, in Article 3 of Clause number 4 on the 14th Amendment, I would like to point out that we are not qualified to discuss such things in this podcast, and no one will believe us or take this seriously. Your Honor, may I approach the bench and look for a little mixer behind there? I got a hot cocktail and I need a little something to cool it down. Nope. All right, Your Honor, I'll be back here. Yield my time.
Well, that went all the way to the Supreme Court and forced a hand that of Congress because Amendment 24 of the Constitution was ratified on January 23rd of 1964. It abolished and forbid the federal and state governments from imposing taxes on voters during federal elections. The official text is the rights of citizens of the United States to vote in any primary or other election for president or vice president, for electors, for president or vice president, or for senator or representatives in Congress shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state by reason of failure to pay poll tax or other tax.
Okay. All right. I like that, John. So, but it specifically said tax. It's all about tax.
Right.
I don't like that so much. I like that it's in there, but I don't like that it's tax.
Well, I mean, obviously that was what they were focusing on at that point. And so that's
Right.
the wording that they use. You're right.
Yeah, the whole thing of requiring anything of anyone to vote if you're here, if you're a citizen, you shouldn't have to have ID. You shouldn't have to have, or not a citizen if you're legalized. If you're, fuck it, if you're here,
Yeah.
you should. I mean, you're part of everything here. You're. Hey man, welcome to the problem. Get on board. We're out of coffee and the fucking donuts are stale. Smoke them if you got them. I'll see you at the bottom.
So looking at the House of Representatives website, as of April 28th, so one day before, that's what they stated, the poll tax illegalization, what do they call it? Enforcement of ending Chapter 103, enforcement of voting rights, says two things about poll taxes: congressional findings and declaration of policy against enforced payment of poll tax as a device to impair voting rights. The Congress finds that the requirement of a payment of a poll tax as a precondition to voting precludes persons of limited means from voting or imposes unreasonable financial hardship upon such persons as a proclamation or as a precondition to their exercise of the franchise. And so upon the basis of these findings declares that the constitutional right of citizens to vote is denied or abridged in some areas by the requirement of a payment of a poll tax as a precondition to voting.
Your Honor, I'm but a simple lawyer from a simple school, from a simple family, and your big legalese words, caveman lawyer, no understand big words.
Oh, great caveman lawyer.
John, you just read a goddamn constitutional crisis in my heart. I don't know what happened. Bro, I blacked out. Like, hitherforth to thou, and forth more to preclude or precurse the precursor of the fourth curse. John, did you just curse me? Is this voodoo? Are you putting a portal? Is there a doll involved? John, all of these things. I know you were just restating the fact that they said, yep, taxes are bad, and we're not doing them, or taxes are getting back in. Taxes are bad, we're not doing them still. That's because that's what the amendment says.
And it is still said to be in effect as of yesterday, according to the House of Representatives website, public website.
Right, but here's the deal, guys. I like to plan ahead. I'm a little Eagle Scout, so I've been sending $5 checks to the local comptroller the last month, week after week, just to get ahead of the curve when they start charging. Because I want to vote, or that's not true, John. I didn't do that. I don't have checks. I would not do that. I don't believe in voting or writing checks, John. I believe in No, I do. I like voting because I like the sticker. I'm a big fan of a hustle sticker, like an attaboy. Like, oh, look what you did, Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah.
Gold stars for everyone.
Dude, you got to understand, like, I know my motivations in life. I like to see spreadsheet numbers. I like to see numbers go up. Like, I have to be, if there's any numbers I have to hit, like, oh, I'm going to hit this, I'm going to hit 2 above. I need to go above. Or if there's any kind of like, oh, here's a certificate, or oh, here's an extra security clearance, or here's a what? Yep, I need the. If it's a start, yep, I want that. I almost went to AA, but I heard you had to stop drinking. But I was like, you get like pins and badges and shit. And then they said you have to stop drinking. I said, badges? I'll buy my own goddamn badges. I'm not stopping drinking.
No, what you
See,
do
John,
is you get someone who's really deep into AA to fall off the wagon, and then they have to give you their 24-year chip, and then you just have it.
Right. It's a whole thing. It's like Pogs with debilitating addictions. If you chuck someone's Pog, oh man, like you fell off the wagon.
Give me that 24-year.
Give me that 24-year. Looks like you're addicted to heroin again.
Woo!
Folks, if you like this kind of content, Jesus Christ. No, that's not. Claire, you're right. Pete likes a sticker. Pete likes ratings. If you like what you've seen, if you can't believe what you've heard, if you don't understand why we're here, well, folks, get on board, get ready to party, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your parole officer. We'll be here next week, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's right, every Tuesday. If you're across the pond, it'll be Wednesday mornings, 4 a.m. Greenwich Meanwich sandwich time. That's right, folks. Give me a fucking hustle sticker.
Sources for this episode of Two Sided have been, first segment, readwritethink.org, the Academy of American Poets, NaPoWriMo.net, and the New York Public Library. Second segment, Britannica, EncyclopediaVirginia.org, the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum, and the U.S. House of Representatives. And the short is Science X.
Short was Little Nas X?
Science X.
Oh. Again, I was trying to look up Science X, and it went right to XXX Science. And so I was like, no, I learned my lesson last time. But then it sent me to Little Nas X. And so I spent a lot of time looking at shoes made with real blood. And it just, the whole thing. Wow. I think I'm going to get some. I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't do a lot of research. I don't know if it showed, John. I feel like I kind of faked my way through it. I don't think anybody noticed what I was doing. I'm pretty much quiet around these parts. I just blend into the background, John. So.
Oh, well, now it's time for your favorite game and mine. My boy Pete, what's the through line? First is Poetry Month. Second is polygamy trying to get legalized. And third is poll tax.
Well, John, I think it's clear as day. If you go raid a polygamist camp that's illegal right now, there's a couple things you're going to find for sure. A lot of poetry, a lot of polls. Nope, that's not it. John, poll tax. Let me run that one back. Poetry, polygamy, poll tax. John, it's a proliferation, the pontification of the precipitation, and the pasteurization that can't be plagiarized or placated or platitude, pussy.
Performed playfully, Pete and Peacock. That's right, my boy Pete. The letter P.
I think we all win. I think everybody wins. I think this is the time when we celebrate. Ain't that right, John?
Yes, we'll celebrate by getting into the green room really soon. But before we go, is there anything from this episode, my boy Pete, you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Yeah, John, I need to get a hold of the emails. I need to vet everything that's coming through. I need to see what you're seeing. I don't believe in the cause. I feel like I'm a soldier left on an island fighting a war that no longer is existing. No, so basically, no, nothing. I think I went through a whole story in my mind. John, I was listening to a podcast. It's a great show. Anyway, horrible histories. I highly recommend. Anyway, John, so I guess what the big takeaway here is, I really need to get music that I can play in my Pete's Retraction Corner. I'm gonna find a way to play music, John. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Folks, I guess at the end of the day, what we'd all retract is a little of the negativity we put out in the world. And I feel like what we'd like to slip inside is a little more positivity. That's right, folks. We want to put something positive inside of you. Come on, John. That's going to be the next slogan on our t-shirt. Two-sided pod, putting positivity inside of you for the last 4 years. No, since 2000 and who cares?
That's the back. Since 2000, no, comma, since 2000 and ... Who cares? Well,
Give them the century, John. That's all they need.
yeah.
You guys don't be assholes about it. Just take the century and go.
My boy Pete, get a shot ready as I say these words. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show continuing for those listening live on the Stereo app or watching live on YouTube. So if you are here now, regardless of the platform, stick around. And if you're hearing this later and want to join us in the green room for after show wind downs or want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's DWL sidedpod@gmail.com. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Bink, bink.
Now, that's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle @2sidedpod, all one word, and the Stereo app every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. Love you, Pete.
Love you, John. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Holy shit, we are now officially in the green room. Oh my God, it was a touch and go moment. We barely made it off the runway, but hit some turbulence along the way. The masks did pop out overhead. You will notice they were filled with laughing gas and bong smoke. So we weren't flying in FAA regulations, but we made it to the destination and landed in a field close by. And I think the takeaway is any show that you can land in a field for the final destination is a show you can walk away from. I believe it was Kierkegaard who once said, "You label me." No, it was Dick Van Patten. No, it was Pol Pot, I believe. No, Gandhi who said, "I can't believe I ate the whole." No, it doesn't, folks. It doesn't matter. We have a lot to accomplish, and a few short moments to get there. I was going to say hours. Hour. We have an hour. Doesn't matter. It's going to fly fast. You guys, the things that we have to discuss, the things on point for tonight that need talking about. Number one, let's talk about John's beard. I love it. It's getting bigger and bigger. If you go back, it's always fun. Go back on the YouTubes, watch the facial hair evolution of the show. It's a fun process because there's a lot of facial hair bonsai. Yeah, a lot of weird things happening. A lot of strange things are afoot. It's a local two-sided pod. Ain't that right, John? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for your friend and mine, the man of the hour, the one with the peacock power, the ginger with the minger, John L. Peacock! That's when you usually pop your video on.
Meow, 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 meow. Jeez. I'm getting it.
And also you meow after you put your kitty gloves on and you put your camera on. John, this is how furries play.
All right, how about this?
There he is. Instead of a cat in the heat, it's a beat on the street. That's right. John's back in town, folks. And the soundboard's live and ready. John, we love what you're putting down. We can't wait for that funky sound.
Womp, 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 womp. I don't know. Hey, give me the star. Let me go do my thing, and I'll get you all set up for your little popping up packets. You know what I mean? You know?
How about, let me just know how, because it doesn't go well every time you do that, right? So how about you are one of the packets and this dude is the other one. So let's pop these two packets, stay here for a second, go do your thing, and then come back.
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Yeah, I thought that would confuse you enough that I would be able to finish this. Okay. All right, yeah, go for it.
Hold on, I have to write another haiku.
There a few days ago. Can I please come in for a couple minutes? I have no one else to talk to. I put a request to come up.
Oh man,
Jay.
Good on you, Jay. Good on you, Jay.
It was Launchpad McQuack. Any crash you can walk away from is a good crash. Launchpad McQuack. Look it up.
Folks, and that was what we came here for, and that was what we waited to hear from John L. Peacock, bringing back the old Launchpad McQuack, Scrooge McDuck, DuckTales reference. Folks, if there's not a Darkwing Duck coming at you, I don't know what Gizmo's going to do to save your life. Ain't that right, John?
That's 100%, man. So if we don't have packets, I can just go and come back. We don't need to do the weird thing where we mute you and all that other stuff.
Bro, that's what I was saying, because when you do, the sound is really weird, and it gets fucked up on everything.
Okay.
Everything and anything gets fucked up, you see, John. It's just a thing you didn't want to do. I'll see you soon. folks, it's times like these that we get to look back and we get to reflect on our days and our nights and all the things that have, you know what? No, because you can't go that too far, right? I found you can't reflect too far. You can only reflect, you can remember, but if you start reflecting, yeah, it's for therapy, right? Go back like a couple months, like 6 months, maybe like at most a year, for like really, unless you're with a therapist, at that point, like let that shit go. Remember, oh, remember when? You remember when? Do that shit. Anyway, folks, tonight's the night when it's time to look back and remember, but not too far back, because we just discussed that, of all those things that you've done well during the week. You know, take account, take ownership, take a goddamn break, time to smoke a joint and have a drink. Because you know what? Once you put all those fucking things in a line, you've done some good work, right? You do more good than harm. I will. It's just a fact that if you're not a shit person, just a true shit. If you're an angry person, you're gonna do more good because you make choices that are good, or don't fuck someone. You're actively not trying to fuck someone, which is good. If you put it black and white, like, that was good. That was good. I held a door for someone, man. I said thank you. I smiled at someone. Like, little things, right? And it gets better because then you're like, oh, all right. Now I'm like helping old ladies across the street. I was like, I don't even know if that lady needs to go there. That's how fucking helpful I am these days. I hang out, no, that's not bad. I hang out near a rest home, and I'm just fucking taking ladies across the street back and forth. I feel great about myself. It's how you build confidence and upper body strength, and you move the senior citizens across intersections. It's a core workout. We're doing a CrossFit. It's called the geriatrics. That's not, you got to respect your elders, especially when you're transporting them across intersections, because there are brittle people. They bruise easily, and transport is tough. I'm just, okay, there's a lot to unpack there, folks. There's a lot to think about. But first off, let's just think about the mental picture of like trying to be a better person and seeing an old person on the street, like, here, ma'am, let me carry you across the street, and picking someone up. I promise all of you, the next time you're walking down the street and you see an elderly person near the curb, you're going to run through this in your mind and like, I'm going to do a good deed, and like how the celebration would work and the whole fight would work, and like, but I'm doing the good deed. You guys, it's all right. Maybe play it out in your head. You'll play it better. Anyway, it doesn't matter, either here nor there. Takeaway is respect your elders, get your cardio, do your good deeds, loaf of bread, stick of butter, carton of milk. It's just the basics, you know what I mean? Like when all else fails, there it is, that's what it is. When all else fails, you got to get back to the basics, right? Just like with, I don't know if you guys, oh shit, now we're moving mics around. Careful. We're using hand gestures. Hey, these hands gotta fucking talk to, oh, fuck it, hey. Shh, it's not me, it's you. Hey, you're a little too close. Hold on. So, sports, anything like that, or like work, like you're doing, whatever it is you do, right? Think of whatever it is you do, what your occupation is. Yeah, you're a driver for something. You work retail, you work technology, you work service, you work acting, whatever, any fucking finance, whatever it is you think medical, whatever it is you do, right? And you're having a hard time today, you're having a hard time this week. Think about when you first started your shit, right? And if you go back to your basics, you go back to how you started. What was your foundation? What got you here, right? What did you learn to build on, to grow, to be able to go here? Yeah. And if you think about that in your fucking emotional fucking understanding of shit, like, all right, I took steps to be in a place, I can figure out how I got here, and I can go back to the basics, right? All the shit I'm trying to do right now is not working. What is, right? Everything I needed to know, I learned in kindergarten, right? Say thank you, take a nap, share, show your privates to people in the closet. Don't go into the bathroom with the teacher, especially when the teacher's boyfriend is there. All of those things, you just learn. But I'm saying you go back to, all right, a couple of those things aren't there.
What's the magic word?
John, do you remember nap time?
I do.
There was we had it was great. You would get your name on the board to like, oh, you're the helper, or you're the one who does the chalkboard, or you're the one who's the line leader. Man, those were the days. I wanted to be those things.
Did you have a magic carpet?
A what?
Magic carpet for nap time?
We all had carpets, yeah. And then the special waker upper had a giant fucking peacock feather that would come around and wake kids up and tickle them. And then as soon as you get tickled, you could get up and put your mat away and then go sit in your desk, so that the waker upper would like, I was like, oh, what the fuck are we doing? It's a way of like, the kids aren't all jumping up and screaming. And it's like, more hustle stickers.
So if you were quiet, like when you got little peacock tickle, which we'll talk about that later.
Folks, if you like a little peacock tickle, you like our after hours show, sign up for John's DMs, the peacock tickle after hours.
So if you were quiet and you just got up and put your mat away and you didn't wake up everyone else, you'd get a hustle sticker.
No, John, it's a proverbial hustle sticker. The only time hustle stickers existed in the world was in Pop Warner football, where you've seen college football, and you get you see the stickers like Michigan, or like there's certain colleges that do them up their helmet. Mm-hmm. And it's like, for those, they were called either hustle stickers or sticks, or like every time you fucking had a great practice and hit, just boom, fucking, or destroyed, or like you were doing the extra, like you'd get called out and get a sticker, and it was like the hustle sticker. So it was like, oh, that was a thing you wanted to put on your helmet. And just the idea of that was fucking amazing, of just like, yeah, fuck yeah, look at me. It's like, I would have, if I had gone to the military and fucking had been okay with fucking leadership and authority, John, if I had been okay with authority, I would have been so meddled up, because I just want to get better and better. But fuck you, man, you're not going to tell me what to do. I don't even like wearing uniforms. Fucking this camouflage is bullshit. It's bullshit. I support our troops.
So hustle stickers.
But I voted for the war. Oh,
we don't vote for wars, but hustle sticker, right? And so college.
I wrote it in on the last ballot.
For president, the war.
100%. And then I put brought to you by Carl's Jr. That's how I get paid, John.
If it isn't all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face. That was in parentheses.
That was in the 1974 Democratic presidential campaign, John. That convention was nuts. My man, my man, my man. Oh, this guy, I tell you. No, but that's the idea, right? So I was saying, peaks and valleys, right? How are you doing? Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Ain't gonna get better. Like, what's gonna change? The life events? No, I don't think so. Pretty much, I don't know if it's the pessimist in me. 9 out of 10 pessimists, 9 out of 10 anarchists recommend this cookbook to get through your next 4 years. John, too soon, too soon.
That's a fantastic reference, very literary.
Thank you, buddy. Put that one in your pocket. It's a National Poets Month, and I like to do my part to represent.
You say I don't know that you're listening.
You never listen when I talk anymore. John, I say so much things, but they fall flat at your door. John! Haiku, you say. I say no, nay, nay. John!
Add 2 more Johns and you're good.
John!
Wait, hold on. No, I did a little derail. So things aren't going to get. So it's a peaks and valleys. Things are going to get better, right? The routine's kind of going to be the same moving forward, right? No, but things aren't also going to get worse, right? If you think of it one way, you got to think of it the other way.
No. I'm saying the general things in life, right? No, you didn't let me finish. You derailed. So the general things in life, right? You look at the trajectory of life. There's very few times in life like, oh, life for everyone is great and you're not worried about anything and you're happy with the way that life is going with your society, with the world, with
personal,
everything, right?
Right.
And there's always going to be a drama, right? No matter how good or bad things are, it will change, right? You have to understand that's going to happen. So the idea is how to fucking zen yourself out, like go back to the basics. How did I get through everything else? How did I get through fucking high school, college, med school, fucking court for fraud and impersonating it. John, it doesn't matter.
For example,
all of these things. Or for my friends south of the border, por ejemplo.
But it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. So the idea is how you are approaching your shit, right? How your mind is. Back in the day, you were able to figure your way out. You had the drive to do a thing. You had the confidence to do a thing. You had the green, shiny new approach to life that had not been beaten by the shores of reality. Yar, we'll never land this boat. Yar, we'll all die here at this reality chore. We must go back to when we had the clear surf. John, everything's better when it's a nautical reference. Be warned are you by me, says I. Go back. Stay as young as you can, boy. Bro, my nephew is getting married. 18, getting married, and I'm like, bro, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you, but just...
Wow. I didn't think that would be the first, actually.
Neither did I. and she's not pregnant. That was what I was waiting for. Like,
Right.
it's now
Yeah.
been a month and a half, and nope. Like, they're all churchy and like, all right. Crazy town. Doesn't matter.
Well, so wanted to make sure you finished your train of thought. It seemed like it. You kind of deviated a little bit, but it's good information to know, and it makes sense about you know,
A lot of other
Bam.
things.
right, and a lot of other things. My thought in it is the Buddha and transcendentalism. The Buddha says life is suffering. That was something I took to heart pretty early on. Transcendentalism says life has no meaning except for sorry, I like transcendentalism as well. I was mislabeling it. What I was talking about was existentialism. Existentialism says there is no meaning except for the meaning you give in life. Life has actually no objective meaning. And so whatever subjective meaning you give to it is actually the meaning of life. And with the Buddha saying life is suffering, when you find moments of non-suffering, that's the stuff, right? So you expect the lows because life is suffering. You expect death and taxes, gonna happen. Nothing constant but change, right? Gonna happen.
Right. Two-sided pod,
when-
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Wednesday mornings if you're across the pond. Taxes and death. All those things. Three things. We call them things because we don't have time to use two words. We're an exponentially quick people. We got to get to the point, baby. It's the things around here.
NaPoWriMo. Nope, did it wrong. NaPoWriMo. There we go.
Hell yeah. If you don't have time for an acronym joke, you ain't got a place around here, motherfuckers.
Right. So with those two thoughts in mind, both of them were saying in the group and the Buddha in positive ways of like, well, this is the baseline. And so how do we find our meaning in a meaningless world? How do we find our positives in a world that life is built around just suffering? Like that's the concept.
How do I live without you? I want to know. Tuesdays are two-sided. John, we're too deep, we're too steeped in blood. I will have you know, because I listened to the first part, but then you lost me once I started like thinking about theme songs. Because I was like, believe it or not, Two-Sided Podcast is something on Tuesday nights good. John, I'm gonna get a cape. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time on Wednesday mornings. You should listen up. Yeah, you just should.
We are the world. We are two-sided.
We are the ones who make a brighter day on Tuesday. Oh, 8 p.m. Pacific. There's a Tuesday side about 11 p.m. Eastern. 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time if you cross the pond.
I'll be your two-sided asshole. Two-sided for money.
John, there's no time to look back. Everything is burning behind us. Rome is lost. Keep looking forward, or else ye will turn into a pillar of salt. To the future, I say, John, forward, on to victory, on to victory, on to these messages.
On time, on
Peacock, on Hey, shh, quiet. Here we go. Ready? Bro. If you need a friend, Take a little bit of part of me. Derpy Derpy left us a message. Yeah, this guy's been all over wine country, bro.
Hey, John and Pete and Pete and John and John and Pete and Pete and John. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, buddy. What is up? That's my derps.
Hey, John and Pete and Pete.
No, that's not it. Jay.
Can I come up, please?
How did I get here? Oh, hi guys. My boy Pete, John.
Oh, shit.
Long time listener, first time caller in. How do you zen your way through? Yes. You know, divorce, I guess, breakups. My pet emu getting run over.
Right? 100%.
How
All
do I
them
get this
shits.
episode?
All them things. Right?
Find your chi in a bottle of sea, which is called rum dilly dum.
Folks, we'll be right back here on the Two-Sided Pod. All right, folks, we're back. Thanks. We're taking messages here on we got F Square on the line. My man, it's good to hear from you. That's the thing. We're going to unpack all your messages. We're going to think on those thoughts. We're going to understand what is truly at hand, just one step at a time. John, here's the next message.
You guys are part of the algorithm too, because I've had the same how to find your Zen chi in difficult times.
Oh, man.
Two different people today. This is the third one. I just come in here and listen. Here we are. So find my chi is what it means, I guess. Huh?
Fuck yeah, bro. See? He fucking gets it. F Square, my man. That's what we're talking about. It's like we all get at that point where it's not aggressively physician heal thyself, but it's you got to find your inner Buddha. You got to find your inner chi. You got to harness that special place. You got to touch yourself in the naughty no-nos. Wait, nope, that's a different thing. Sorry, folks, that's a different podcast. Holy shit. Is that live? God damn it.
Way to go, my boy Pete, with your the crunchy McCruncherson. See, now I yawn, and you would probably skip that normally. You're finding your chi in my yawn. I'm going to find some chi-chis.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whatever that is, whatever itch you need to scratch, but within reason, you motherfuckers. It's not carte blanche to go fucking buck wild on that fucking town. I'm just saying. You gotta find what gives you. I believe Marie Kondo said, whatever brings you joy, you gotta suckle that TT. You know what I mean? So, hey man, if you can gamble and that's what does it, but you're not losing your ass, like, oh, here's my limit, this is what I can do financially, great. If this is what I want to drink and I can do this without becoming a degenerative two-sided co-host, great, do that. If you can do, like, set limits for yourself, but fucking do your thing. I believe in step programs, but I don't like all of the steps. I like to pick and choose some of the steps. And if you actually read the foreword in our coffee table book, you'll see some ideas about those steps.
I just want y'all to know that I am not suffering in this moment. And though I do kind of search between the lows to find my suffering, because although the lows are suffering, I still manage to find the greasier, more grimier place not clean, which is suffering. And I would like to say hello. This is your frequently faith, frequently
that's my girl.
fantastic end of the pancake side of the flat earthian near you.
Hell yeah.
But it was a circle. Would it be suffering? Because everything would be kind of circular.
Right. If it was a circle, we'd all be a bunch of jerks. John, seen it 100 times. Folks, Faith, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for so much. You mean so much to us. Like you are inspiring, and good people recognize good people, man. And that's the thing. You can always find the grime, right? You can always, we're our own worst critics. We're our own worst fucking enemies, right? I'm my own worst chef. I shit you not. If someone else is over, I won't make a goddamn masterpiece. If I'm here, I'll treat myself like a goddamn dog. It's kibble and booze. But also, if you let the kibble soak, it's not too bad.
But on the off chance that made no freaking sense, we're here at the two-sided pod. And it is your freak. The frequency, I think I am a frequency alliance elect. I have been striving to be elect. I have been elect. Now that I am elect, stop staring at my election. I mean, it is an erection, but it's not an election. Shout out to the room. I'm glad I could be here. I'm going to try to make my presence felt down here. I'm going to vibrate a little bit down here. Hey, how you doing? How you? How's your mom and them? That's great. Come here, let me see.
Oh, I'll tell you what, is that an election in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me? God damn, there's vibration happening all over here. You're shaking babies and kissing hands. I'll be goddamned if y'all be goddamned. All right, how's your mom and them? I can't believe she said that. I love that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that a lot tomorrow, John. I'm gonna use that a lot tomorrow.
You gotta find your bubbles.
Hell yeah.
And if it's bubbles in a bath or bubbles at a gentleman's club where they teach you how to be a gentleman.
This guy. The
gentleman the other day. Very close contact bubbles.
This guy. I know what he's saying. I feel like he's about to say it. I'm going to clarify, because if he goes off, you got to find your bubbles in the world, like your little moments of sanity. You got to find your little, the Venn diagrams of your life, right? You got to find the overlapping quadrants, because we all live in ways we don't necessarily want to live in, right? We go to work, we don't want to fucking be there. You got to act a certain way. You got to dress a certain way. You can't say things that you want to say. Holy shit. Can you imagine me? Over a surgical table? No, I'm saying, can you? Holy shit. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack when you're done, right? So then your home life, and you're not, because your home life is your people, right? And your people, you can't totally be fucking take your shoes off and do you 100% when they're around. Like, they're great, you love it, that's where you want to be, but that's not, you can't be you 100%. And then you have your social life of you going out with friends, and you have that life, right? And that is great, but you're also checking the phone for work, you're checking the phone for home, there's videos out, your wife is good friends with my wife, and I can't, and if you send a picture, and you're, the whole thing, like I know, okay, that sounded bad, but I'm just saying that you can't cut loose, right? I'm not saying you're going to be bad. No one wants you to get fucking take your shirt off and wrestle strangers in the street, but that's what a good night entails all around here. I'm just letting you know. Doesn't matter. What those three circles intersect, when you have your Venn diagram, when you find that moment of Zen, when you find that inner circle, when you find that peace, John, when you have that moment alone time, when it's just or the person you're with that you can literally be you. Like, I'm not worried about where I set my cup. I'm not worried about if I'm wearing shoes or not wearing shoes, or where my feet are. I'm not worried about, is my shirt tucked in? I'm not worried about, am I a little too drunk to be operating again? All of those things, John, right? It's those moments of clarity. Those are the moments we all strive for, right? We live in these other bubbles, but these are the ones we live for. We live in these, we live for these.
Come on, knock on my door. Come on, knock on my door. Take a step that is new. Take a step that is due. A step that is in his company. Too.
Boo.
Our here's your OBG doctor here. Dr. Pete here. Yes, finding your bubbles, finding your.
Oh, fucking oxygen bubbles. Fucking, you're a goddamn turtle. You're a blue whale, John. You're a sperm whale, you motherfucker. We can't even swim in the Atlantic without somebody getting pregnant with this guy floating around these blue ocean waters. Look at him. Fucking sperming all over the place. Easy there, whale. Fair enough. Bubbles, man. You got to find your oxygen. Things are suffocating. You got to find those little moments that are giving you breath, that are giving you respite, that are giving you a chance to gather yourself, to circle the wagons, to reconnoiter the situation. Once you do that, John, you can go down once again, bivouac in the submarine. It's all military around here, John. Bivouac is an army term. It's where we make camp for the night, John, after we reconnoiter the mountain range up ahead. That is scouting, 2 by 2, like Noah with the ark, but with soldiers and eyes. Back to the camp, boys. Fair enough.
No, I want to be here. I want to come to work because when I'm at home, I run out of things to point at myself about and reason with myself on why I am the way I am. When I come to work, I clean everything like the way it's supposed to be cleaned, right, guys? Look, but needs a little extra rubbing. You know what I mean? Today I got barked at, and quite frankly, I might have got peed and pooped on a little bit. For simply doing my job.
Go on.
But it was. They were happy I was there, so a little bit of poop could have came out. Maybe they were a little scared they didn't want to go back in the kennel. All the way around, if there's poop in your job, and if you have to deal with shit sometimes, fucking enjoy it.
$100%. 100%. You got to eat it, grin, grind down, right? It's not work for a reason. They're not paying you to have fun, right? John, there's very few times for fun that I will poop on someone's chest. It's usually only for money. I digress. That's another conversation.
I said you might be looking for a dog. Yeah, just get you a dog. One of them big dogs, too.
See, I'm saying something. Get him like a polecat size.
What's going on?
I hope y'all can hear me. It's too damn loud out here. Got a storm rolling through. Got some fucking hell. It's kind of loud and raining. Anyway, then I always want to say hi. Hope y'all doing well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I couldn't hear. The winds were against us. The gods of war. Lightning guy coming in hot. I
thought it was a toilet flushing.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say he said show your ass, and I think we all should take that to heart, right? When you can, where you can, how you can. It's just something I think we need to embrace as an idea, as a culture, as a people, right? When in doubt,
bring it out.
There you go, folks. It's going to be in our merch. It's going to be a shirt. There's going to be a full-size photographic image of a butt. And there's going to be 3 variations, 3 models. And if you nope, that's not, nope, we're not going to go there. John, we couldn't even get through that one, but I was going back to the Snorlax pit. Like, butts, Snorlax. It's what the Australians want to do.
It's Australian for Snorlax.
That's not it.
Fuck. Blimey, that's not a fucking Snorlax. That's a Snorlax.
No, that's an X. That's an X in a diagram.
That's a butthole for the masses. That's how, John, I'm just saying, hear me out on this, right?
Okay.
If a child was drawing a person and they gave them penis feet, what would a child draw a giant butthole looking like? It would be the fucking X. So 2 children drew the 2 diagrams. One was penis feet, one was giant butthole. It was a child's work that they had to be called in. The parents were like worried. The teacher was concerned. The superintendent, the vice principal was he actually wasn't there because we couldn't pronounce his name, so he didn't show up. But the school counselor, John, the parents, little Jimmy, who we call him the butthole drawer now, we were all worried about him, concerned, if you will, John. But what we found out, John, what we learned, John, was that he's just a
fucking true-blooded Australian looking for a fucking true love octagon, like all they do. Dingoes ate my baby, but they're not going to take my food for lovers.
Oh, okay. Hey, so I got a shot ready. We got 3 packets to pop, and a little bit more time. What do you think?
John, I got all time in the world. Here's the deal, John. I've been working on some moves, and I don't know if I want to use the pyrotechnics right now before I've worked all the moves out with the dancers, but I'm going to sing a few of the lyrics right now to see if they feel good for the show. All right? Are you with me? All right. 2, 3, 4. Feeling... No, okay, that's not... Sorry, the production manager says that I should be in vocal rest before the big tour. John, the whole thing is when you're a megastar touring fucking the rock ballads of the eras. John, it's a state fair tour. It's of all the county fairs in the local Pacific Rim. John, what we do is we do British Columbia mainly. I'm huge in Ottawa. I'm aware.
Ottawa, the capital?
Well, I don't mean huge. I mean, there's a guy who liked one of my videos from Ottawa.
Oh, all right.
I've got 2 tickets to Ottawa. We should go there. I think we oughta, yeah.
I think we also have a following in Sheboygan.
Oh, but John, not as big as Poughkeepsie. John, we're huge in Poughkeepsie.
Catskill. 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 There's like 3 downloads from Catskill.
Hell's Mouth, Nevada. Hell's Mouth, Nevada. Population 4. Likes from the pod 1. Pretty good odds, John. We're huge in Hell's Mouth, Nevada.
But also, my boy Pete, why Arizona?
John, I'm glad you asked. Why? Why? Because your friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the black lung pop. Your friend, one more time. John, we should probably drink before we do anything more. I don't feel well. Cheers.
Sure. This is for your health. To your health.
L'chaim. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your friend of mine, Julie Prunes, is in the audience. That's right.
Woo!
She's come from across a pond. She's traveled back to the pond. She is a pond jumper, a pond dweller. Let's drain the pond.
Bring her in. She's in my room right now. Come on, Jules. Come on.
All right. Fresh from the concert. I hope you brought shawarma because the things are going to be delicious. Ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Mr. John L. Peacock, sorry I'm late, Mr. My Boy Pete. Only my plane got caught up in the air. And anyway, hi. Morning. Is it morning? I don't know. I'm still on a plane.
Good morning. Good morning. It's time to travel across the pond. Good morning. Good morning. This salmon is so odd and flaky. Jules, when I think of you, I think of all the best things in life. So you're number one, you're fucking influencing your social media, the shit you do, your Julie Prune's art. I don't know if I have a good buddy who's an artist, and I was like, this is what you need to do for your art, because he draws every day, you know, like practice. I don't know, like Eminem, like in the mirror, spaghetti. What? Rabbit. I don't know how to do. Everybody go home and watch 8 Mile. Fair enough. Jules, you're amazing. Number one, your art. Number two, your taste in music. I will have you know that I listened to the Bluestones the last 2 days, and I have been very excited. And I have a new band in my playlist. Like, fucking good on you. Good on you. Number three, you're sexy as fuck. Number four, you drink like a goddamn champ, and you drink like a fucking adult. I'm sick of these goddamn PBRs with John L. Peacock. It's time to drink cocktails like fucking human beings. But also PBRs. Hey, buddy.
But also.
And that you're gonna host for Boxing Day, or the Queen's birthday. I want to go out there. I think Christmas would be fun, but Christmas is like that big holiday. I want to go out for, like, I came to New York for St. Patty's Day. I want to go out for, like, what is a specifically British fucking Red Coat Appreciation Day? Like, what do they do? Like, is it the Queen's? Is it Corgi Get Down Month? What do they do? Because we have Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said it. We have President's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving. John, all of our holidays except Christmas, now that I'm saying them, everything is specifically country based except for Christmas. It's Easter, Christmas.
New Year's Day.
No, I don't believe in that. Not in my house.
President's Day.
No, that's not my. I didn't vote for him. But what about the Lady of the Lake? Was it on? Was she that watery tart lobbed the scimitar in his direction? What?
It made you king, right? Yeah.
Of course, I didn't vote for him.
Oh, that's not anything.
Labor Day is a response to May Day, which is about to come up. May Day is the International Day of Union Rights and striking, and they made Labor Day 6 months later to completely divorce United States workers from the rest of the world.
Well, this is where we're going to agree to disagree, John. May Day is a holiday for all the boats who've sunk off the coastline on this great continent we know as North America. May Day, or planes going down. It's our version of Bermuda Triangle Appreciation Day. Labor Day is for all those mamas out there who are at 4 centimeters dilation, because whose day is it? It's Labor Day. Let's get some.
You're welcome for the DMT.
See what I did there, John? I made labor about pregnancy.
Well, pregnancy, about giving birth.
All right, let's run it back. Let's get back to conception, John. Let's see exactly where all this took place. John, that reminds me of a little story I'd like to tell.
I do want to know where Two-Sided Life did actually begin.
In the beginning, there was a shit ton of booze, and it was good, and they drank it, and they said, "Let there be more."
Oh, is this a story? Is this a story about drunken baseball?
No, you're skipping ahead to the Cain and Abel part where there's going to be brotherly murder. So let me get through the first part, and then we'll get to your part, okay? Folks, if you like what you heard, if you can't believe that we don't have our own religion, at least a nonprofit exemption for our own religion, well, write your senator, write your congressman, write your parole officer, because goddamn it, things need to change. Ain't that right, John?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about drunken baseball, John. I was getting deep. I was going to give at least 4 verses into the Bible before I had to stop. And you wanted to go drunken baseball. So tell me more about this, because I'll play. I love it. I'm halfway there. I don't have a mitt. My blood alcohol is probably 0.2, but I have a bat. So like 2/3 there. So what do we need to do?
1 out of 3 ain't bad. But what I was hearing you say in the beginning, there was a lot of beer, and the beer was good. And I was like, oh, I know this story. It's about drunken baseball. In the beginning, there was a whole lot of beer, and the beer was good. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Nice. Right on. All right. I found in the comments that people think I'm mean, so I shouldn't yell at you. I'm like, all right, I get it. Cool. I won't. All right. Now people are going to be pissed there's so much dead air. Yeah, I know, motherfuckers. Let me do my goddamn job. Sorry. That was more about me and not so much you guys. That was a little internalization. I'll be honest. We're having issues over here. Not at all.
So more about this beer.
We don't drink beer around here. What do you mean? What beer?
I don't know, Pabst or something. I don't know. Whatever you want.
That was your small point that you held on to. I went on a fucking minute and a half rant, and I made one reference to drinking Pabst PBR with John, and that's like, you said my name in PBR. Beer? The thing? That it literally... I do a lot of, when you say things, I'm remembering, but I do a lot of blacking out. I didn't remember. Holy shit, John. That's what you remember. Here's my recommendation to you, right? This is what works best for me. 2 options, right? Number 1, stay completely silent and just like, all right. Is it my turn to, yeah. Or talk aggressively and don't listen to anyone ever, so you can't be accused of not listening because you're not ever listening. Always be listening or always be talking. ABT, ABL. Come on, John. We love acronyms here and we love advice. Folks, don't be afraid to phone in and ask your questions, tell us your problems. We'll be here to solve them. John L. Peacock just figured out how to get through this podcast, and we're taking live questions now on the lines. Folks, we're all ears. We're the two-sided.
Reconnoiter? Is it true? I need to know more about that
Reconnoiter.
John Peacock is that blue whale. Quick question. Is that why I'm always so sticky and warm every time I get out of the ocean?
No, that's because you've been hanging out with that guy named Joa. Joa? God damn it. I can't even make... That's because your friend Jonah said, I'd like you to get into my whale's mouth. Whale's mouth. Doesn't matter. John, we're too far deep. Doesn't matter.
Is this the green room? I'm back here looking at the metaphor in the metaphorical room that looks blue to me if I were colorblind. I guess it's just I'm blue to see you go, guys. Rather than frequencies been here. I'll just get stuck within the matrix. Is it every Tuesday, they said? I work on Tuesdays. I should be here. Well, then what the rather am I doing? Am I expressing? Yes, I guess I might have been expressing.
A bit. A touch.
You see, the characters they flow in, man. Pete, I gotta get together with you. Me and you gotta do that thing I was telling you about. I want to sign up to be your guy's girl. Your girl's guy. You know, the weird cousin you got living in the other room?
Right, when I say I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm with the Two-Sided Podcast. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm with you. I'll even stay up till 4 a.m. on Wednesday mornings for the Greenwich Meanwich Sandwich Times peoples across the pond. I'm with you. Faith, I adore you. Hello. That, you reminded me of, what's her face? Fucking homegirl with the teeth from White Lotus. I'm just catching up on that. No one said anything. I'll fucking...
Sperm whale. Sperm whale. Why is it so salty?
Shh. That's just the soup. It's going to get to you. It's a bouillabaisse. You got to simmer in it, baby. Bouillabaisse simmering.
I just want to say thank you for critique. A little bit of poop does go a long way. Now, may not enjoy it, unless it's a practical joke. Maybe it's a Twix that the soda's pretending to be a poop, and you take a bite, and no one was pretending because you work alone. And then you realize that my chi-chis to be suckled upon as I'm popping a bubble.
This guy. Keywords, yell keywords. Man, AI ain't gonna hear all that. I tried it. I try to say all the hot button words. The only ones that get me in trouble are the ones on the Homeland Security Registry. So we don't say those things. It's those 7 magic words. Nope, not the ones you're thinking of, John. It's the ones that we call them the airport words.
Oh, and contrary to what some believe, I am listening. I'm paying very much attention. But in referring to what the last message was, I just wanted you to know I was talking about the guy with the great voice, man. I know I got a voiceover cousin that's here for the weekend sometimes. Man, she really could use somebody to talk to. She's just running up my minutes, you know. What'd you say? Now this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about, you know. We gotta use the phone like it's a shell, man. Just put my ear on it sometime and I could hear my mates back in Australia. Back where there was dingoes and you didn't have to search for them. Anyways, guys, I love the room. Shout out to the frequency of your two sides.
Shout out.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? What? My phone has got to be the dumbest mother trucking electronic on the planet because it says, oh, hey, John and Pete are alive. And then you click on it and it says, wait, notify me when they come online. Except y'all have been online for a couple hours, and why in the hell am I still getting this fucked up notification? I don't know. This is Foxy on a rant. You know what, guys? Love you show. Yeah, I hope y'all are having a Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a stellar evening, and all you listeners, I hope you're having a great day too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Always a good day when the Foxes show up, man. I'm letting you know. We are lost in the Matrix. We are fucking lost in the sauce, bro. But it's a good thing that we have no agenda, no timeline, and we are a way station for the infinitely lost because we shown up hot. Staying true to the mantle, John. Sorry, I was just like, I'm starting to read. I was like, oh, I typed, and I'm just reading my type. And like, don't read what you type. You read what you type. I believe that's the old biblical saying. You know what? Or reap what you sow. I think it's read what you type. Doesn't matter.
John knows what's up. That's Blue Ribbon is awesome. He's like, what about that?
See, in John's defense, PBR was great, but it was always the go-to beer when it was cheap as fuck, and it was like $3, $4 on tap, and now it's like the premium. Whatever beer, so now it's trendy, and hipsters want it. I don't like that. There's no cheap beer anymore. There's no cheap drink. There's no cheap anything. You can barely barter. Like no one takes puka shells or blankets for drinks anymore. I brought some of my best beads to the farmer's market. Well, it was the market, and I was dressed like a farmer, so.
You know, the puka shell blanket exchange possibly not the best bartering occurrence to refer to.
No, that's beads, John. You're thinking beads, puka shells. That was just outright hatred. That was taking of a kingdom. Totally different war and a war on people, John. The beads and blankets that's what you can't say these days. That's appropriation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I walk a very fine line when it comes to stupidity.
I make a very dry martini when it comes to stupidity.
Jesus, John. Good on you, my friend. It's just, we go through a show that is just full of stupidity, and then in fucking fifth we hear article 4, like, fucking John, just when you can't get any worse, you go and redeem yourself with that. Look at him. He's listening. He's in time. John, you know what? I am writing an extra hour in your work release. You earned it, my friend. Only 4 more years of this show to go, and you'll be done paying your fucking tribute to humanity. Tribute? I don't know if that's the word. Doesn't matter. I'm signing off on it.
Tributary. Yeah, you had most of it right. You just had to keep going.
Yeah, you're a fucking river of humanity. Like, wait, no, I'm a bridge over troubled. You're the troubled waters. Hold on, is this Simon and Garfunkel tributary reference? Oh, I get it. You're Old Man River, and I'm Mariah. No, the wind is Mariah. So, hold on, tributary. A thing or a place which runs off another thing or a place that is or may not be wet. All right. Now, I'm no Webster, but I can read what he wrote, John. Hear me out. So therefore, are your children tributaries of yourself because you made them wet? Every time, no, come on. We were halfway there. I was really on a roll.
We were so steeped in blood, we were basically halfway there.
Like, we couldn't push back. There's no way. Like, well, brakes are gone. No point in steering. Might as well hit the gas. Fuck it. And it didn't work out, John. And you know what? I don't regret it. John, in Pete's retraction corner, fuck that. I don't retract that. I'm proud of every swing I took. And that's all I have to say about that.
Burritos. Wait, no, Pete, you are an uplifter. You're one who allows the research that I tirelessly do every single week to make the show happen. You're the one that people say, hey, it's a little funny. You're like the wind beneath my wings, my boy Pete.
John, I don't know if I would call it the research you do tirelessly. That's a lot. I would use a different descriptor. I would maybe say begrudgingly, offensively, intentionally, defensively, categorically, emphatically, cantankerously, John. Ooh. The whole thing you did on gravity and black holes, that was a fucking old man angry move. That was some bullshit that, you know what? I was angry, but I was a gentleman and a scholar. I was like, my house smells of rich Corinthian leather and walnut. I will not stoop to his levels. Good day, sir. I mean, I thought that, and I said a lot of fuck your couches. But you guys, you get it. Like, I think I won that moral battle. Posthumously.
Humorously. Hey, I'll just say you're drunk and you meant to spay posthumously.
Nope. Nope.
Posthumously.
Nope. Nothing after death, John. After the joke has died. Posthumorously.
I feel we are quantumly entangled, my boy Pete. Like the bees, you know?
Oh, and this guy, the fucking bees. Here's the deal, man. I look at you. I'm like Robert De Niro, and you're I don't know. You can pick whoever.
Al Pacino.
No, you're not attacking. You're no. You're gonna be John. In this scenario, you're gonna be Iceman.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
From Heat. Well, this is going well. We're both so hammered. I can't think of the name. Like in Heat.
Val Kilmer.
Iceman. There we go. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, you mean Tom Cruise? Oh, Papa Zizou. Papa Zizou. Oh. Yeah, I fucking think we nailed it, John. You gotta be, when the heat comes on, you gotta be ready to go. You gotta turn an instant, quantum entangled or not. I'm gonna be in Brazil with a bag of jewels before you fucking turn around. Where the heat comes down and they fucking realize our whole merch fucking website is a fraud and it's all registered to your LLC. John, I'm in fucking Peru. I'm out here like I stole some Peruvian nickels.
I don't know.
Come on, Johnny boy. We only just getting started the way I see it. That's a lie. The whole
We
thing.
are the world. We are two-sided. We got salted human that I'd love to hear from. So pop that quick packet.
The way I see it, Johnny, we've only just begun. Oh shit, son.
Wow, what's happening, fellas? What did I just walk into? Is this the room of the adverbs? Adverbs are us here at the Two-Sided Pod. How you doing, everybody? Looking fantastic, fellas. Love the beard, John. You look amazing. You both look amazing. I haven't been here in a hot second. I apologize for that.
How are you, honey? We miss you.
Real.
100%.
Sick as fuck. But I digress. Back to the adverbs. Supposedly.
Oh, were you shopping for adverbs down at the Adverb Emporium? Or was that near Adverbs for Less? Well, it was down the street from Adverbs. Great store, horrible customer service. Notice how I didn't use any adverbs to describe the customer service.
Horrible.
Oh.
Lee. Customer serviced. Horribly customer serviced.
So there I was, right? I was in the store being horribly customer serviced. Yeah. And I was like, I looked at this gorgeous, beautiful woman, and I was like, there's no way she's gonna fellatiate me tonight, but I hope that I can play the no, John, I just wanted to say fellatiate. Because it would have to be your quiet. I'll be quiet now. You go. You talk.
Oh, I just wanted to tell Assaulted Human that something he missed is poll tax. We were talking about poll tax in the show earlier tonight. It's always great to hear your voice. And always great to see
I'm
you.
glad you're back. We're going to go ahead and run it back. John, hit the first script. So the beginning was about poetry. No one likes poetry. Second
Poetry
was
month.
about
It's Poetry Month. Like I didn't take on poetry. I just took on them.
Right. No, the whole thing was he took an entire month to talk about poetry. After that, he did the short, which was polyamory, polygamy, polymorphy,
polyps.
Ooh, look at those polyps.
Pop them pops.
The only everything that starts with P that is a gross word. Like, fucking, I can't say it. I'm not going to go grosser.
In legalization in Australia, part 2 for that short, and the last one was.
I can't believe this isn't butter. The true facts between non-dairy spreads. A closer look with investigative reporter John L. Peacock and his photographer and trusty sidekick, my boy Pete, running through the streets, finding the deets on the non-dairy spreadable treats. Folks, if you don't like that, I don't know what you like.
You're welcome for listening.
John, we definitely should do an investigative reporting show where we run around and just yell things at people and I take pictures at them, or vice versa. Or we should, I don't know, John. We'll explore.
Here's assault and battery.
No, we're not going to be ironic. No one likes irony. That's Billy on the street. What about
Nobody likes Billy on the street.
All right, John, what if we just take bets on who can drink the most shots of hot sauce and the loser has to shave a streak in their hair? And then we do that with strangers. And then we just fucking let the dice roll fall where they may. You know what I mean? Like, let's get real and let's get dangerous, John. I think it's about time. Nope, don't do it. Come back. Didn't mean to set you off kilter. Focus, bud. You're the best. We appreciate what you're doing. All the research, the intense, laborious research, John. Labor Day. We celebrate the third trimester, John. It's not my word. I'm just saying. Poll tax. Tax that poll vultures have to pay to ship their accoutrement on airlines and into the stadium. Poll tax. Oh, it doesn't have an E. All right, fair enough. Poll tax. A tax when you bring in the skin of a polecat from the Klondike. Because them cats deserve to be out there. Poll tax. You want another, John? Do you want another, John? Yeah? Fair enough. Poll tax, John. The amount of money that you'll spend to have people stop calling you on the phone saying, would you like to take a survey and tell me about, I'll pay $5. That's a poll tax, John. It's not a do not call list. It's called a fucking poll tax. That do not call list doesn't work. You got to pay the $5. I don't know if you know that. It's fucking backdoor shit. It's like off the menu shit for In-N-Out. That's fucking true fucking dead ass John.
Poll tax. When sex work becomes finally legal in the United States, the name of the tax that they give to the customers. Poll tax.
Poll tax. The extra amount that your pool cleaner charges you because he's a little deaf and he heard there was a big pool tax coming. I think that I clean more, so you have to pay extra. It's a pool tax. He does great work, John, so you'll pay it. Oh, I can't impersonate a pool cleaner now? Now that's a problem?
Poll tax. The tax you pay not to live in the country where the pot is. Poll tax. Let me try that one again. Poll tax.
Yep.
The tax you pay not to be part of a genocide in the country where the pot is. Poll tax.
Jesus Christ, John. I thought the clarification the second try would be a little better. It was a lot worse.
All right, you take the concept and run with it.
No, it's fine. Poll tax, it's what I'm going to charge you for every time you think you're going to chime in on one of these polls. Poll tax. Jesus Christ, John. Genocide? A pod? Pod people? Like, Soylent Green is people? What the fuck are you talking about? You got to give some clarity and some background of what. No, I'm not asking now. Now is not the time. That
you heard wrong. Pot, not pod.
Pot people.
Continue.
Here's the deal, John. The pot people aren't real. They're not coming to get you. Soylent Green is not people. And I think if you just trust me, by the time you realize that I'm correct or incorrect, it won't matter.
Let's just all go out to the country, get out of the city en masse, just be spread across the entire country. Maybe we'll live, maybe we won't. It'll be fun.
You'll never make it, John. My herd will eat your herd the first time we have to share a campsite. I don't want it to happen, but you're weak. You're a bunch of poets and artists. They won't be good eating, but we can dry them and keep them for the mountain pass. I'm like, I know you guys, but fucking let's keep a couple of them, all right? How about the redhead? Oh, no, they're the tastiest. All right, fucking, you're right. You're right, guys. Fist bump, fist bump. All right, let's keep a couple of chicks. John, I tried.
Poll tax.
Poll tax. When you save your friend from a band of post-apocalyptic raiders when they're taking account of who they're going to eat and who they're not going to eat. I saved you, John. You owe me your extra rations. Poll tax. Woo! Fuck yeah! Daddy came to play, baby! Woo!
Oh, crap.
John, if I had a nickel for every time our show devolved into human cannibalism, if I had a nickel for every time I couldn't pronounce the word cannibalism, John, we would be able to sponsor this next ad for our show. It's not time for that, buddy. It's not time. I'm going to pop some packets. Salty Human left another message. Here we go. Hold up. Oh, that's square too? Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I missed it. I didn't get your email saying you would even consider my poll text conversation starter. I will have to go back on this YouTube and watch it. Thank you very much for addressing my concerns.
100%.
Guys make me laugh so fucking hard. Pete, you are a ridiculous individual, but I love you from your head down to your toes. You're fucking wonderful. You're amazing. I love you guys.
I love
Thank
you. We love you so much. Man, it's good to have good people, man. It's good. Julie Prunes, Claire, Faye, Faith Frequency, fucking our community, our pillars, fucking F Square, fucking Dub, the Foxes, fucking, I know I'm leaving people out, Muse Lover, like just, yeah, when you get your fucking people, man, get them together. It feels good to have your people together, right? Everyone fits a role. Everyone belongs. You know what I mean? There's a place for everyone, and there's everyone for a place.
Huh?
Sean, just go with it. Just nod. It sounds very existential. If I like, if you want for nothing, you will need for nothing. For everyone there is everyone there. Two roads diverge, and John drank too much. Shh, John, the only way through is to go forward. We're this steeped in blood. You might as well fucking take that filter off. Fucking say your piece, John. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, John.
Well, I just want you to remind people of your definition of mind over matter.
I don't mind, so that shit don't matter.
It's yeah, that is existentialism right there, baby. That's it.
Full on. I learned that, bro. I learned that in acting, and like then when you realize that you can go to a place as an actor and you can like, oh, you become this role. You can, oh, it's just a click. It's just a change. It's a thing, and you develop these whatever. All right, you can do that to survive. Like, all right, I'm good. I ain't too pretty. I ain't too proud. Equus, you got it. Fucking lost my clothes at Mardi Gras. Need to walk back the 1.5 miles. Fair enough. Let's do it. Let's fucking go. Let's just hope we don't see any cops. John, just good quality understanding of oneself. You know what I mean?
Kind of. Your examples got a little specific there, but can you bring us back to the meaning?
The meaning is take the idea, mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. If you're aware of something and it does not matter, like this thing, this judgment, this situation, this issue, this whatever it is, if you truly don't fucking care, am I going to go to jail? No. Am I going to have to pay money? No. Am I going to be homeless? No. Is it going to get me kicked out of my job? Am I going to get fired? Any of these things, and no, like, oh, you're just going to feel uncomfortable, be an asshole. What? Okay. It doesn't matter. You're going to be embarrassed? Doesn't matter. Any of that shit doesn't matter. It fucking doesn't matter. So like, and the thing, it's from acting. You've been on stage. I don't want to wear this fucking costume. Second year at EA, I did some weird fucking avant-garde bullshit where we're the 7 deadly sins and we lived in boxes and we had to come out and do monologues where after someone was coming through and meeting the 7 deadly sins as they see us, and the costumes for the 7 deadly sins was a full body silver unitard and a black sleeveless like duster cape. And so like, Jesus Christ, I'm wearing this fucking unitard. And there's some like, there was only a couple people who had the right to wear that. I'm like, all right, put the capes on them. So put the capes. All right, fair enough. But I came up and we're doing the read through, or we're doing the run through. And there's the first costume, and like, it is a straight line, and you can just, it's highlighting. Like, just, all right, we'll put a clasp on there. So at intermission, they put a clasp on, and I come out, and it's literally at my waist. So now there's a triangle just highlighting my dick. Just like a oh man. And I was so like, the whole thing, and they're like, well, you know what, maybe not, we don't need the vest, we don't need like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to wear a fucking unitard at college in front of people. Like, ugh. And it was like, all right, just fucking do it. Just do it. And everyone, like, at that point, it's like, it's a whole show, it's a thing. Like, once I got to that point of like, oh, it's an acting, I'm a role. I am not this. I am greed. I am literally greed.
You are.
That is all I am.
Yep.
Ooh, and I was good. I'm like, yeah, dude, do I need this onesie? Can I just fucking take it off? You're a lot more fucking breathable if I could fucking take this shit off. Greedy motherfucker needs some air on his shit.
Mm-hmm. That is greedy, because you'd be different from the other 6 sins. So yeah, no, that's a little greedy of you. Yeah, you are greed incarnate.
Yeah, no, once you realize that, once you have that knowledge, that understanding, that power, it doesn't fucking matter, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. All of, like, everything, you are peasants, this is all bullshit, your judgment means nothing. Can you put me in jail? Can you take my money? Can you kick me out of my house? Nope. All right, fair enough. I don't give a fuck. If any one of those questions is answered yes, you're like, all right, now I need to reconsider.
Right.
All right, fair enough. If I say this, and I'll be fired. If I say this, I'll go to jail. If I say this, I'll be sued.
You have that kind of right. You have that kind of power over me. That's one thing. But if it's all you can do is say words to me or to someone else about me, and or just walk away and I'll never see you again, that's the power you have. That's the only power you have. Even if you say words to a whole lot of people and they listen a little bit, doesn't matter. None of that makes me homeless, imprisoned, dead, et cetera, right? Yeah, it doesn't have those lose my job, those lasting effects that actually cause a complete derailment of my life.
Right. The whole thing is I'm trying to live my fucking existence and not be fucked up by anyone else. I'm trying not to fuck with anyone else. I want the best society I can, so I will do good where I can, where I see I am able to. People have done that for me.
Yep.
It's been great. You know, but at the same time, hey man, I'm not fucking, move out, get out of the way. Look out of the way. Excuse me, pardon me. Get out of the way, pardon. Come on.
Yep.
Like any of that, like, yeah, no, it's just, you're nice, but fuck it. I'm gonna look bad if I do this. Doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna say this. Fuck you guys, man. At a party. You gotta be kidding me. Be the mouthpiece. I don't give a shit. 100%, bro.
Yep. Yeah, that temporary stuff. No. Yeah. Okay. Something you do might embarrass you or embarrass another person. Like, having your Johnson highlighted for play, but you have the mindset of like, well, it's not me. So if anyone says anything, that doesn't matter. I still did my part. I did my job. while being an ensemble in that play. And so I don't care what other people think. And so I don't have to be embarrassed, quote unquote, out of doing what was needed to be done in that moment after you were hired for the play, after you cast in the play.
Right. Well, and that leads itself into later life of
Exactly.
not. I don't feel I'm dressed appropriately to go to this party. I don't feel comfortable. I only know fucking 2 people, and I'm fucking fighting with one of them. Like all those self-doubts, all those fucking image things. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Fucking do you, right? And it always works out when you do you. It's like, fuck it, man. Balls out. I am who I am. If you don't like it, fuck it. We'll fight in the street, or we'll be best friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some of my best friends, when I first met them, they didn't like something. Like, that guy's odd, huh?
100%.
And then that kind of turned into the like, all right, why am I need to see this train wreck. Oh, this isn't a train wreck. Oh, this is a human. Oh, I actually like this guy. Oh, we've been best friends for 20 plus years or something, right, Pete?
Right. The whole thing is every time we meet new people, I try to warn them off you. I'm like, hey, you guys better watch out. He's like luggage. He'll fucking stick with you for the next fucking 20, 25. You don't want him. He's fucking floral patterned, fucking falling apart at the leather seams. Like, it's pleather. It's bullshit. Right? Oof. But it'll be here. You can tell him because he has that red ribbon tied around his handle. Fucking hell.
It's an off red because I don't want to, blend in with the rest.
Bro, I got to travel with my mom, and she's all about putting ribbons on things, and it destroys me. It destroys me to see ribbons on shit. Just like it's one of those things. It's just like it's not a thing that's needed. I get it. No. I get it, right? But you put a zip tie, you put like something that is a thing that is needed. Like, oh no, it's just a little piece of yarn. It's a little ribbon. Oof. Yeah. My sister did that for like a year, and then she's like, no, never again. And just stopped. Oh no. I realized no. Once you get out of the web, no. Bro. Oof.
We got a bit of packets, Pop. Do your duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, JN, I feel like at some point, John.
Can I please join? Asking for a few times.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know. Did he? Oh, man. He's gone now.
What Billy on the street? What are you guys talking about? Oh, man.
I do too.
If you don't mind, I know what matters. And what he was getting at is, and we all play our parts. We all go to the bars. We go to Cheers, where everybody knows your name. Cue song. Cue the song. The Cheers song. Could I be wordy, Alan?
I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I'm actually so pleased to see the realness in the momentary glimpse of filtration, because no matter how semi-sacked we can try to get, or semi-saluted toward the right frame of reference, we can all become semicircles and a more cylindrical existence. I don't know what I would have done had I not come across the Two-Sided Podcast when I came here to this place, our hole in the wall of the infinite space-time continuum. And you know what? We're going to continue them. Keep them rolling. Anything they throw at us, guys. John, I believe in you. You're the peacock of all peacocks. And Pete, salute.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You guys, the whole thing, whatever gets you through, Like whatever it is that gets you through. Like 3 years for me, it was like, fuck them. I was only doing it to prove people wrong. And it was just, oh yeah, I'll show you. And after that, I was like, all right, I'm good at things. I should do it for a different reason. All right. But still, fuck them. It's a slippery slope. What are you going to do?
You paint a beautiful fucking picture, dude. Unitard. So, since the idiots have made the word retard
right
applicable, once again, is a unitard a universally retarded person? So, get that visual. Melon. I am laughing so fucking hard.
It was rough.
You are a brave motherfucker, and I love you for it.
I'm saying I ain't too pretty, I ain't too proud. I don't give a fuck. There's very few people in the world, when they say I don't give a fuck, that truly mean they don't give a fuck. When it comes to things like that, like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Nice, but fuck it. I don't know how that works over. You know what? It's been really swell working with you here at Verizon for the last 20 years. The guy's nice, but fuck it. Yeah, but fuck it. What smells like poop in here all of a sudden?
But fuck it.
All right, but fuck it. Then do me. Balls out. Boy, this is advice is getting me arrested, boys. But fuck it, I'm doing me.
This guy gets it.
Your mom and my mom used to go bowling, I guess, because she liked the yellow ribbon. You gotta put the yellow ribbon on the handle so you know where it's at. Yeah, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Rough.
Put the blood of Jesus Christ on that thing, and well, I know where that thing's at all the times.
And that, folks, is what we referenced in our Passover episodes. So if you go back to for Easter and the holiest of holies, not what you're thinking, John. It's not the big butthole of Sarlacc. That's for now. The holiest of holies is for buttholes of Sarlacc unite. Boo.
I need just a couple of seconds of. Yeah, there it is. That's all I needed. So all of those phrases that he mentioned, you would kind of like put in a row.
Yep. Right. No, yeah, I do that. I talk in sentences. Groups of words equal sentences. Sentences equal paragraphs. We put them in pages. You read them top to bottom, left to right. Take Advil for any headaches and Midol for any cramps, John. See me in the morning when you're done with the goddamn book.
If godliness is holiness, and holiness is emptiness, and emptiness is cleanliness, and cleanliness is and I must be empty, just like God. Paraphrase.
I've always looked at you as one of the Trinity, John, so I do appreciate your song and dance. I would have appreciated more dance, less song, but who am I to judge? I turned my chair around. You're on my team. Let's do a shot.
All right, fine. Whatever.
Hey, bud. It's a small price we pay for the smiting of one's enemies.
I will cheers for that, my friend.
Bink, bink, bink.
Bud gal. What do you think? You want to get those last couple of packets and get on out of here?
That sounds like a plan, Stan. I would like to leave like I stole something, so this would work out well for my thievery and kleptomania compulsions. All right, fair enough.
When you say not what you're thinking, are you assuming that any of us are thinking at this moment? Because I would argue to say that we are all thinking in spurts. It's not a complete project. It's something we have to work on continuously to make it.
Yeah.
That's just where I'm at. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna be tuning in, and I will probably spurt out random comments of nonsense. So just beware.
That's what I'm saying, right? When your thoughts are like a fucking middle school science fair and you have them on fucking 3 folded placard boards, you're like, they're not well thought out and they don't really form together. And I stayed up all night and I got like 4. That's how I feel. I'm gonna get a C, but I think my dad's gonna flirt with the teacher, so I think I might get a C plus.
And I hope you didn't hear yourself in the background as to confuse anybody listening as to what's actually going on. But you know what? It's okay. I'm going to drink another one and cheers. Bottoms up, whatever your fucking choice of reference.
A little something yum yum. Hell yeah. Get some. Get some!
There is no leaving in podcasting. There's no stopping. You just gotta keep going and get it and get it and get it and get it. Wait, where are you going? No, stop. Don't go. Please come back.
John, I did want to bring up that we are thinking about really following through on all the encouragement and thoughts that we've been receiving to do the 24-hour 4-year celebration of the 2-hour 2-sided 24 2-parted can't believe it's not butter, which is good because I'm lactose intolerant podcast extravaganza. John, it's gonna be a 24-hour stream where it's gonna be the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and then John, turns out I'm setting up a camera in my bedroom, so you're gonna watch me sleep for like 6 hours, and then I'm gonna get up, eat some cereal, smoke a bowl, I'm gonna watch some TV, and then get back on like, all right, folks, we only have fucking 45 minutes to go. Thanks for hanging in there with us. So we really think we're gonna make a difference. It's gonna be a podcast for stupidity. So every 5 cents you donate is gonna be matched by 5 disco bucks at the local pizzeria and roller rink in your neighborhood. And if you don't have one, well, we'll just ship them all over to mine and you can redeem them at will. And if you don't, they will expire in 4 days. So long and short of it, we're going to make a big difference, John. We're going to put a dent in the problem that is stupidity, right? Because be the solution to the problem that you are creating.
The cause of and solution to all the world's problems.
That's right, folks. It's called a mirror. It's not just for Coke anymore. It's for reflection.
It's how we hold it up to society. There we go.
Look at him. Look at him go. Look at that guy. Left, number one or number two? Number one or number two? Number one.
All right, Wayne. Party on, Wayne.
No, I was your optometrist and you have failed. You're going to get bifocals. Your eyes are shit and your judgment is even worse. I'm an optometrist. I should know.
How does one get into optometry?
One finger at a time, John. It's a little quicker than proctology because that you got to ease your way in. You know what I mean? Ease your way in. But we'll be here all night with that medical specialty jokes of your choosing, folks. You can find us on all the socials.
And what are those socials, my boy Pete? How can they find us?
You can find us on med.edu on all your medical charts. We will put funny memes and review all of your ailments and elk related injuries. But there's a lot, John. In the Midwest, we've seen so many elk attacks, John. It's a big uptick in the White Mountains in Arizona, John. Huge elk attack, like the Gorings. You wouldn't believe, John. I was just doing a clinic in Sholo, and they said that 14 children came in with hoof marks on their heads. So it's an epidemic. It's something that needs to be researched, understood,
stomped out.
And stomped out. That's right, John. It's not too soon to stomp that shit out. Insensitive, you say? I say no. I say because if we don't stomp it out, more of your children's heads will be stomped on. And I took my glasses off. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah! Elk Hunter, White Mountains. That's right, folks. We have a roving band of stomping head elk children stompers. These fuckers won't stop until they've stomped all the heads of all the children under the age of 4. Beware, mothers. And also give me your number, call me, because after I'm done elk hunting, I'm pretty open. Yeah! Elk Hunter, White Mountains. All right, folks, what we've got here is there's an elk situation. I'd like everybody to move back. Okay, what I'm going to proceed to do is I'm going to subdue the elk with my nose. John, it's not funny to joke about animal rights. And the thing is, we are big supporters of the elk and the elk associated community. So,
especially the elk club.
On behalf of myself and the peacocks among us, I would like to say mea culpa to the elks and their clubs and all the elk supporters who may be out there. As you say in the clubs,
I didn't check. Is there any more packets of pop before we get out of here?
There's 97,000 more. 9,724 packets to pop now. John, we can't get here, but it's nice that we try. I'm gonna pop this one and that one. Then we're gonna talk about them. Keep on a popping till the show is done, John. I don't know if I just made that up, like literally.
That's beautiful. You should maybe like base an entire musical off of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like if they do a movie about emojis, that would be crazy. But if they do it about packets popping, that might be something. We'll see. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna pitch it to Hulu. We'll see.
Dude, you have plenty of fucking time. Like, when I say plenty of time, I mean, how many years worth of episodes are in the archives that you can download and put into a 24-hour YouTube show?
A compilation of
that
sorts.
shit could just run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like, why not?
Don't be fucktarded like me, man. Get it done.
I mean, it might be a good idea to hire
Not me.
somebody, but
Don't hire me. I'm bad for the job.
I'm just saying.
It's fucking funny you should mention that, because that is the third time we've heard you got a fucking channel. I'm just saying, you guys, Hasbro plays G.I. Joe 24 hours a day, which is awesome. Look it up. Mystery Science Theater 3000 has 3 channels, all amazing, 24 hours a day. Why not? I'm just saying.
So, somebody called S square 2x2. Crap. I'm not committing to anything, but I will bring at the 4th hour, maybe something at the 4th hour. Maybe I'll bring my extra creamy, cheesy, extra milky cheesecake for everyone to enjoy except my boy Pete. He can watch us suck down glasses of milk and put extra cheese on our cheesy cakes as we eat fried cheese and pound bottles of milk.
Bro.
That's the 24 hour. And you're welcome, my boy.
I'm saying that the world was my oyster, and then all of a sudden I realized I was allergic to shellfish once again.
Oh, wait. I feel like right now, at this moment in time, in the presence of all of you amazing folks, I am exuding stupidity.
No.
Please be gentle.
500, 300, 600 more comments. They're coming about you, but they're all super cool. They think that you should edit our shows, and we want you to, because we don't know what else to do. Come on, John. You know the words.
I'm all for this 24-hour podathon, and I've heard that as you raise money, instead of having like one of those big thermometers with how much you've raised, John L. Peacock's going to button up his shirt depending on how much you get. So yeah, put me down for at least 10 cents.
This is bullshit. John L. Peacock is going to start totally naked, and as the donations come in, he'll slowly dress and button up. It's okay, you guys. In Newfoundland, in Jim Henson's household, I'm considered normal.
You can't have bifocals. You can't even focus.
Fuck the focals. We're too deep for that. It's time to fucking drive by Braille, baby. Brrr. All right, this hand's for drinking, this hand's for driving. Let's go! No, never drink and drive, but if you do, close one eye so you see better, all right? Allegedly, John, come on.
Yeah, I heard about that stomping for the kids, and one said that the nurse was behooved of the situation, and it really was a surprise of stomping activity that ran. The stomping was heard throughout the nation. Like a pencil microphone, and it'd be like, You're here for the 24-hour event. Let's make sure that we get to John Peacock closed, and we have the phone. The phones are off the chain. They're all the red phones behind us, the old school, the dials. And they're ringing off the chain, and I secretly go on break, and I cut the wires because I want John to be there stock naked the whole time. But that's his personal thing that I brought up, and I shouldn't do that because I want to be a part of the show. Thanks.
All right, folks, phone lines are open and they are cut, so John will not be getting dressed and we will not be getting any donations, but we will be live until we figure out our technical difficulties. And if you know the show, that is not going to be anytime soon. All right, folks.
Nice callback, my boy Pete.
Hey, buddy. I just call him like I see him.
And you can see us every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and that's 4 a.m. on Wednesdays. If you happen to be across the pond, that's Greenwich Standard Time. Nope, that's not it. I was wrong. Greenwich Sandwich Time.
And we'll finish we'll finish yours if you don't have an appetite.
That's right, burrito. So I think we're getting on out of here.
Yep. Like we stole something.
Yeah. Word. You're welcome for listening.
All right. Yeah. Welcome home, Julie. Thanks for visiting. Love you guys.